Well, the stupid Atlanta Falcons couldn't beat the stupid Indianapolis Colts today. Thank you, Jeff Ulbrich, for not being able to stop anybody. I'm used to that. What is going on, everybody in the Demonverse? We are here for Tankathon. Officially begins today. This is going to be a historic day. This is where it all starts. We're going to look back at this past trade deadline and the games going forward and say that's really where the Jets came alive. That's where the dynasty, yes, I said it, began. That's it. And guess who was here for it the entire time? This guy right here. I'm getting so sick of Jets fans, honestly. We're back to this. I don't understand what the problem is. They complain about things that are so minuscule and ridiculous. I don't get it. Everybody's losing their minds over the Quincy Williams situation. We should have traded him. They wanted a fourth rounder. They weren't going to get that. Well, okay, if he asked for a fourth rounder and was like, you know what? We could probably, if we do just let him go after the season, get a fifth rounder as compensation. If not, maybe a sixth or seventh. But we're going to get a comp pick if we let him go. But the more likely scenario, okay, is they're putting Quincy on the bench today because they want to deep dive the roster and see what we have. Evaluate talent. You already know what Quincy Williams is. You already know what he is. You're not looking to win games right now. So you let the guy take a rest. Everybody's like, oh, we're just going to bench him. We should have just gotten a pick for it. Oh my God. What's likely going to happen is they're going to extend Brees. They're going to give him like a 2-year deal, $13 million a year. He's going to be happy with that. They got the money to do it. If they wanted to give him $15 million a year over 2 years, they could do that because they have the money to do that. They don't have to pay anybody right now. No, except a handful of guys, and depending on what happens in free agency. But they have plenty of cap space. $4 million is not going to make or break anybody. Overpaying a running back $4 million is what I'm saying over 2 years. It's not going to make or break anybody. So you're likely going to tag Quincy Williams at that point, and you can tag and trade him. In the draft, you could say, hey, we want to move up to, I don't know, the 4th round. We want to move up to the 3rd round, or we want this player. We'll throw Quincy Williams in the deal. I mean, it gives you more options, but everybody's losing their friggin' minds. They're losing their minds, and it's driving me crazy. Oh, what is going on, everybody? Bubba was the first one here. Look at that. Glass breaks. Bubba, because you were the first one here, I'm going to get your title on screen. How's that? There it is. Bubba's an interdimensional title. Old school. That's a relic. That's part of Demonverse lore. It'll always be around, just hanging out there for people who are new to the Demonverse. They want to come in and just check it out. They want to see some of the things that built the Demonverse. Well, this is one of the most important ones right there. There's Adam Archuleta. Anakin Skyogre's here. BM Toys, the logo creator, is here. Happy Sunday, Demon fam. Giants, Bears today. That's going to be interesting. Bubba says, Rich Jets win today by 24. He's so terrified of the Jets and what they're doing right now. Did I even, Paul Tagliabue, is that who you're talking about, Taterhead? Did he die? Oh man, that's terrible. He was if that's who it is, he was a very good commissioner. It's terrible. Did I do a prediction? I don't know if I did a prediction. No, I didn't do a prediction for this game because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is a talent evaluation thing. I'm not looking for a score. I didn't do a prediction for the night game though, so I got to do that a little later. What's going on, Warhood? Flowers for algorithm. So Jonathan Taylor is MVP. I will accept no argument. He is good. He is very good. There was a trade that happened in one of my leagues. We don't need to see that. Do we see Shador today? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see Shador. Pierce Sargent says the Jets are in a good spot, right where we were in 2021. Get them 5 first-rounders, but you better trust the GM. I do trust the GM. I have an oil painting that I commissioned for Darren Muji. And you guys want to see it? It's going to be in the next video, but I'll show it to you right now. I commissioned an oil painting. I think it's beautiful. Got to be honest. I am going to put that up right now. So you guys can take a good look at the Darren Muji. Oh, wait, do I have it here? No, I don't think I have it here. Oh, yes, I do. Hold on. The Darren Muji oil painting. Prepare yourselves for this. This is going to be hanging in the Demonverse lore room where I deliver my episodes from. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Look at this. Look at this. Look how beautiful that is. That's going to be hanging up for the world to see. Well, it's going to be on the floor because I can't hang it up because of the big winged sign that's behind me there. But it's going to be there for years. Trust me. It's going to be there for ages. The Darren Muji oil painting. This was, I mean, I can't tell you what this cost me. But it's worth every penny. Look at it. Worth every single penny. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. And Ashley, look at this. Comes in with a 50 spot. Oh, my Lord. Hold on. Hold on. We got to see something really quick first. Ashley is your number 2 contender, but did that put her over the top? Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. And Ashley, you'll be happy to know that the Streams High offering is going to, when I do 2 streams, I decided to let it roll into the evening. So it will remain there. And close. You are closer to Melissa Klein. You haven't quite usurped her yet. But you're right there. Thank you so much. We're going to get to that comment in a moment. Let me get this up. Got a lot going on right now. Very excited about football as we head into this is really week 1 of the Jets the new look Jets, we'll call them. The new look New York Football Jets. I'm excited to see how some of these players do. I want to see Adonai Mitchell. There you go, Ashley, right there. Your number 2 contender, getting closer to the number 1 contendership. My Lord. And your name is going to be featured twice in my videos. You believe that? Because you're a contender and you're a patron. So you got it all going on. Yeah, this is it. This is like actually week 1. This is actually week 1. Let me get Ashley's name up here before we do anything, by the way. Before we do anything, because that is important. Bengals fan. There's talk of the Jets trading for Joe Burrow. I think it's all nonsense. I don't think the Bengals would ever do that. People are like, what if Joe Burrow demands to go out of there? Jamar Chase is gonna pull him aside and be like, don't do it, man. What are you doing? Don't do it. And he's not going to go anywhere. So there's talk of the Jets trading for Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I can give you my thoughts on that if that were to happen. I mean, they have the picks and everything to do it. There you go, Ashley. There you are right there. Let me get to your question right now. Whilst men of the Saints... Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. This is going to be good. And I have to really... I want to deliver this. I want to do it justice. Whilst men of the Saints City languish... with their many diseases and sprains. Oh, I see what you did there. The great Mac Jones gathers his remaining troops, preparing to stand his ground against the brutal beasts from the south. May the gods grant us strength this day. She is the premier Mac Jones history lore writer. I mean, you will never find another one that is as good as this. I mean, she does it with such skill. It's unbelievable. Thank you very much, Ashley. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Sprain. She worked Sprain, the bone breaker in there. We got the Jets running out of the tunnel with the American flag. Last time we saw that, it was terrible, but I think the tide has changed. I'm fine to be second to Melissa. I bow down to her. You champions and contenders are all excellent people. Nobody's in competition with one another. They're all here to have fun, but you still get rankings anyway, because that's just the way it goes. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Oh, there's Melissa Klein right there. Let's get her name up on screen. Look at that. Browns fan. Hey, we're playing the Browns today. There's their helmet right there. This is going to be a fun day. We got a lot of football ahead, and it's going to be fun going forward. As we keep an eye on what we see the Jets do. I'm so happy that we have a coach, and a GM who are open to deep diving the roster. And the fact that Jets fans are screaming about a stupid 4th round pick that we weren't going to get a 4th round pick. That was the asking price. That Darren Muji isn't just saying, hey, take players for whatever you want to give us. No, Quincy Williams is a good linebacker. Worst comes to worst, he plays for us next year. Oh, okay. Or he's a depth piece if they don't want him to play or start. I mean, come on. You're complaining about, you're just looking for things to complain about. It's almost as if they want the team to be inept. And then when we see something good, there's like, what can we grasp at that we can complain about? It drives me insane. Drives me insane. Lions get to go to the Capitol for revenge. Anakin, Lions video coming up. Probably this week. Hopefully I can get it up by Friday. If I can get up earlier, I will. But it's next. It's next. Have a good game today, Demon. I hope for a little pain, for as little pain as possible today. Thank you, Jay, the happy Wyvern. Jay is happy. He's a Wyvern. Excellent. Who does Baal have winning? Oh, let's see. That's good. That's interesting. Oh, wait a minute. Baal is trolling me right now because he knows this is Tankathon watch. So he's trolling me. You know what? I will do this. I'm going to ask. Yeah, let me see. I'm going to look up a quick thing right here. Give me a score prediction for the Jets-Browns game today. Who do you think is going to win? Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. I'm just asking some random AI what they think by doing this. Oh, okay. Here, I will make the image and put it up for you guys. I will make the image and put it up for you guys. There's Aaron Glenn, record 1-7. Who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares about that record. It's meaningless, except when it comes to draft position. I would be fine with this score, by the way. Let me just get the images up here, and I will get them on screen for you. I know you guys like the score predictions. So I should have done it. I should have done it. I'm sorry. I just got all caught up in just my happy Jets fandom, and it's just been insane. But here, I got it coming up right now. I got the image ready. I'm pretty quick with this stuff. There's the kickoff, and the Browns will receive. So the game is underway. And Browns take it to about the 30-yard line. Okay, here we go. Let me get the game in my ear. Okay, so here is the prediction. That's the prediction I got. Browns 20, Jets 17. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? That seems about legit to me. There's Dylan Gabriel. All right, here we go. I want to see, is Mozzie Smith even going to play today? They were talking about him. He's a big body that the Jets are happy to have on the defensive line now. Former first rounder. Quinshawn Judkins gets about a gain of 12 on the first carry of the game. Adonai Mitchell, 80 yards and a touchdown. Incoming, says SGS. Holding on the offense, that's coming back. Look at that. Oh my God, the Jets get their own stream. Yes, they do. The Jets get their own stream. They have shown me they are competent. They've shown me they are competent. What's up, Matt West? What is going on? Matt West is going to be in and out today. That is perfectly fine, Matt. As you know. Let me get a few games up, though. We get Red Zone up, too. I'll have multi-stream going on here so I can keep an eye on these other games. But here comes Dylan Gabriel. Hands the ball to Judkins. And he gets stopped by Jamien Sherwood, who is happy. That's off my prediction by 1 point, 21-17. Look at that. Yeah, that's probably where we're going to be. That's probably where we're going to be. You know what I mean? So how did they earn it? They earned it by showing that they were competent last time they played football, and by making smart moves and acquiring draft capital and moving off players who I feel were overrated and getting way more than I thought they would get for those players. And also bringing in good players. Oh, there we go. Dylan Gabriel got pressured, got the ball off. That's incomplete. Bringing in guys like Adonai Mitchell, bringing in guys like John Mechie, bringing in guys like Mozzie Smith. Young guys with talent, and then you can evaluate them. You have 9 games left to evaluate these players. Excellent. Excellent. You go into next year with guys who are basically throw-ins that have talent. Former first and second rounders. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I think that's such a smart move. This is going to be an unserious game, says Matt West. Snowing in Chicago. Here we go. Oh, yeah, it is. Giants got the old Giants uniforms on. And Dylan Gabriel throws over the middle, and that is incomplete. We got to see A.Z. Thomas at cornerback. Similar body type to Sauce Gardner, but dude can tackle and can be a ball hawk. So, you know, I'm curious to see how all these guys are going to look. And look at that. We got a 3 and out, 4th and 18. Jets are going to receive the punt. It is going to be Jets football. Baal is where he should be already. And there is the punt. Isaiah Williams, who was a nice surprise last game, gets taken down at the 40. And here comes Justin Fields in the New York Jets offense. So there was, you know, these are just rumors, by the way. You know, we don't know that this would even happen, but there was talk of the Jets maybe packaging some picks together for Trevor Lawrence. I won't say I hate that. Like, if you're going to give up that first pick for Trevor Lawrence, maybe I would be, depending on where that pick lands, maybe I would be okay with it. Thing is, you know, Lawrence, Ibuka got in the end zone already against the Patriots. That's a touchdown for Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield to Emeka Ibuka. If you're going to do that, okay, because it feels safe to me. You know, Lawrence isn't a bust. He's not what people thought he was going to be. But I could see Aaron Glenn maybe doing something like that because, you know, again, he's a Parcells disciple. Parcells did the same thing with Vinny Testaverde. You kind of don't have to worry about quarterback at that point. You don't have to worry about really developing a guy. You have a guy who knows how to play the position, a guy who's won in college, a guy who's won throughout his whole life. He just was, you know, in a situation in Jacksonville that, was it him? Was it Jacksonville? Who knows? But that, I would not be opposed to that. But would I be super excited about it? I would be excited that we actually have a quarterback that I feel can run an offense, which is something we haven't had in a long time. Mason Taylor. Oh, Ruckert, sorry. He got the ball and takes that to the line of scrimmage. So, you know. Oh, my God. Philip Quinn comes in. Good Lord, with a 350 spot. Wait a second. What a Takeda Luna, Rich, and the Philip all have. Wait. What do a Takeda Luna, Rich, and a Philip all have in common? We want the best tank. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, join the unofficial PFD Discord. Where does that put Philip Quinn? Justin Fields gets hit, but he gets the ball off to Isaiah Davis. And he gets about a 9-yard gain. Philip Quinn, thank you so much. I have to do math because you know how I am with math. Yes, we all want the tank. We all want the tank. But you know what? If we win games right now because of all the draft capital we have, I am not totally opposed to that. You know, if they look good and they win games, I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm not going to be 2,300. Philip Quinn is your new Demonverse champion once again, and the Jets are going to punt. Thank you, Philip Quinn. He came back like a bat out of hell. Last stream, he put up a 500. This one, he puts up a 350, and he is your Demonverse champion once again. So we're going to get his belt on screen. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Philip Quinn, the mighty Quinn, as I call him, with a Philip pile driver, takes his belt back, and we are here for it. Hold on 1 second. Let's get everything where it needs to be as we go to commercial break in the Jets game. It's the Jets game. It's not the Browns game. Don't make any mistake there. It's definitely the Jets game. 2,300. Philip's good at math. I'm not. I'm just like, wait a minute. How much is that? Do I do? No, I don't do the exclamation. I'm sorry, not exclamation. Hold on a second. I'm messing up everything. There we go. There we go. Philip Quinn. His belt is getting on screen right now. Hold the phone. I got to get it. I got it all queued up over here, I believe. Because Philip Quinn is a former Demonverse champion. He finished last season as the Demonverse champion. Philip Quinn, your name is going to be highlighted, something special in all the videos going forward. You know that twice. Another person who is also a member of the Patreon. So his name gets in my videos twice. Once as a champion, which is going to be featured by itself, and then along with the patrons. So it's going to be epic. Your Demonverse champion, all Demonverse champion, Philip Quinn. Nope, I screwed up. Hold on. So yeah, Trevor Lawrence, I doubt it'll happen, but you know, just fun to talk about. It's fun to talk about all these things. I would be okay with that because then I'm like, you know what? We don't have to worry about quarterback. We don't have to worry about quarterback. Like he's fine. You put a good team around him, maybe he can do something. There we go. Philip Quinn, right there. His name's coming up here next. Hold the phone. And he is your Saints fan, by the way. Takeda Luna, by the way, Philip, in case you don't know this, you probably do know this. You've been here long enough. He's been rooting for a tank for as long as I know him. He's one of the early ones before I was even on YouTube that followed me on TikTok, and he's been trying to tank since those days, and it's hilarious. He's a character. All right, Philip Quinn, hold on 1 second. Make sure I got it spelled right. Sometimes I put 2 L's or 1 N. I'm a maniac with my spelling and my math. I did go to school, I promise you. I didn't listen, I was there, but I have proof that I was there. I don't know that I got much out of it. There we go, Philip Quinn. Not to, totally my fault. Not blaming any of my teachers or anything. 2300, Bubba says. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Okay. So let me get 2nd and 9 coming up. Dylan Gabriel is working out of the shotgun. He is right at the goal line. He takes the snap, gets the ball off that is caught to Jerry Jeudy. About a 5-yard gain. We know Brick Johnson does not like Jerry Jeudy. His Madden rating is not good. That's a BS story, by the way. I do not listen to The Athletic or Deanna Rossini. I mean, she's a nightmare when it comes to life. She just makes up stories. Like, a source close to the Jets organization, blah, blah, blah. Like, come on. Stop it. Stop. You should be ashamed of yourself. Gabriel takes a deep shot. There's a flag. Cedric Tillman with a one-arm catch. Was that a caught? Cedric Tillman is a beast. This is his first game back. He was on IR for a while. A.Z. Thomas, the official signal catch. I don't know if it was a catch. Pick up a 34. Let's see. Incomplete pass, but pass interference on A.Z. Thomas. Well, I mean, he's playing in place of Sauce Gardner, and he got a flag. So, I mean, we're not really missing anything. Marlon Humphrey gets dusted twice, says SG. A Philip Quinn pile driver. The mighty Quinn comes in. Takes his title back. Touchdown Aaron Jones. Great start, says SG. And we've got a 1st and 10 for Cleveland. All right. So, did you hear about the... Oh, wait a minute. I got to get first quarter up there. I don't even have first quarter up. Hold on. Well, Jet sweep. Malachi Corley, former Jet. Oh, look at him. He's screaming. He's happy. All right, Malachi. Yeah, have your Super Bowl right now, buddy. Have your Super Bowl. 15-yard game by Malachi Corley, who's getting utilized. That Chicago game looks like it looks like more than flurries. So, heard that the Giants were on the verge of firing Brian Dable right on the heels of that Denver loss. That Mara wanted to fire him and was talked out of it. That's interesting for a couple of reasons. Gabriel with a nice pass to Jerry Jeudy. That's a first down. That's interesting for a few reasons. I I get you wanting to fire Brian Dable. It's risky because he works well with Jackson Dart. That's number one. Number two, he's the guy that wanted Jackson Dart, not your GM. Your GM hasn't made great moves. So, you know, again, Brian Dable, I think could be a good coach. He's made a lot of mistakes. He's not really that CEO type that has his hands in every aspect of the game. But can he be that guy? It's a little risky, you know, unless you're bringing in like a Mike McCarthy or a John Gruden, somebody like that. Then I could see you getting rid of Dable. But if you're going to get rid of Dable and just hire some offensive coordinator that's never coached before, and you're going to give Jackson Dart to that guy, man, that's risky. That's risky. Even if you bring in Belichick, but still, not so much with Belichick, though, because he has shown that he really doesn't give a crap about the development of young quarterbacks, as evidenced by what he did with Mac Jones. So, you know, if that's what they plan on doing, but if it's one of those guys, I'd say, okay, maybe not so much Belichick for that reason. But if you're going to do it for just a random offensive coordinator, that this is his first head coaching job, man, that's risky. That is risky. I don't like that. Giants game is in Chicago, yes. Giants game is in Chicago. So here we go. Sean Cantrell's here. Hold on. He says, welcome back with another pile driver. We got to get Sean Cantrell's title on screen. He is your Phantom Lord champion. Hold on. Let's get his title on screen as the Phantom Lord champion. Dylan Gabriel back to pass on 3rd and 4. He's got time. Jets not getting much of a pass rush here. And he runs for the first down. Let me get the prediction off screen because we can always revisit that. Holding on the defense. There is Sean Cantrell's Phantom Lord title. Jarvis Brownlee got called for the hold. I don't want to see sloppiness, though. That's the thing. Don't want to see penalties. Don't want to see sloppiness. That's going to anger me if that happens. It seems like that's happening so far. Bucks up 7-0 over New England. Giants and Chicago scoreless. Judkins gets a gain of 2 as the Cleveland Browns are inside the 10-yard line now. Finally cooled off here in New Mexico. It's supposed to be cold here tomorrow. Over the next couple days. It's going to drop into the 30s. My God, that's crazy. That is crazy. And yesterday was hot. So what the heck is going on? Okay, there is Dylan Gabriel under center. He gets the ball off. That is caught. David Njoku gets in the end zone. And Cleveland is on the board. All right. Okay. I mean, whatever. I got to update the score. So we've got 6. There we go. 6-zip. Morning, Soldier of Nerdism. What's going on? What time is it where you are? Is it like 4 in the morning? Soldier wakes up early to be part of the Demonverse. 95-yard drive by the Cleveland Browns. David Njoku's a Jersey guy from what they're saying. I did not know that. I did not know that. Interesting. 17% say Darren Muji is a grown man. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Who do Jets fans view as their biggest rival in the AFC East? Pats, Bills, or Dolphins? Historically, it has been the Patriots because of the whole Bill Belichick thing that happened back in the day. We basically stole Parcells from the Patriots, and then they stole Belichick from us. So, you know, historically it's been the Patriots. Other than that, it's just like whoever. But interesting, the Dolphins and the Jets were apparently contacted by the Buffalo Bills before the trade deadline for the services of Jalen Waddle and the services of one Quentin Williams. And they both said no and hung up the phone on him. Interesting. I love it. I love that we're like, yeah, no, you're not, we're not helping you. Sorry. Thanks for calling, though. It's nice to hear your voice. Just wondering, because honestly, the Saints fans I know don't really care about the Panthers or Bucks, but the Falcons. So the Falcons are the biggest rivalry. Yeah, I would still say the Patriots are our biggest rival. Patriots fans, Bubba, would you say the Jets are still your biggest rival? Or, I mean, have you moved on to the Bills now because the Bills are good? Red X Power says the tank is on. Yeah, we for us, it's still the Patriots too, because again, Belichick went on to create a dynasty with Brady. And that could have been us. And it should have been us. And it wasn't. The Saints uniforms look awesome, by the way. These whites, I love the whites. I love the white helmets. Got a little Taysom Hill action in there. And he tries to run and goes nowhere. Caleb Williams working out of the shotgun. We got a couple of good games coming up, too. Steelers Chargers, that should be pretty good tonight. And then tomorrow we got Packers Eagles. Oh! Throw to the end zone. It looks like Zacchaeus could not grab it. The tank is on. Yeah, that's why I'm not screaming right now. I don't love the sloppy penalties and whatnot, but this is really an evaluation process. This is like, let's let these guys get up to game speed. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Curious to see what goes on. 4:21 a.m. in the great continent of Australia with the giant spiders. Oh, wait a second. Look at this. The Jets on the return get in the end zone. Nwangwu. I think that's how you say his name. The speedster on special teams claps back, and this is fine. This is absolutely fine. Love it. Absolutely love it. Nwangwu. I hope I'm saying his name right. Oh, excellent. Excellent. There we go. Wait a minute. It's 7-6. I got to get the scores right. Kane Nwangwu. 7-7. Excellent. That return was beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. And they're playing the Beastie Boys to take us to commercial. Sure shot. Love it. Absolutely love it. I think I made a mistake not starting Baker over Jared Goff. Ooh, yeah, it's tough, man. That's tough. Did the Bears get in the end zone? Yes, they did. Who scored for the Bears? And Malik Washington scores for the Dolphins against the Bills. Oh, I hope the Dolphins win that game. Let's go. Miami, come on. This is awesome. What a return. Yeah, he's special, man. He is special as a return man. Red X Power. So I was talking before about the possibility of trading that first. Maybe it would be like trading that first pick for Trevor Lawrence, and then they because then you would need to give them the pick that they're going to get a quarterback with, right? If that were to happen. This is just a rumor that I heard. It's probably never going to happen, but okay, well, let's just say that happened. Would I be happy about it? I would say we're getting a guy who can play Again, hasn't been the generational talent we thought everybody thought he was going to be. But we know what he is. We know he can complete passes. And we know if he has a good roster around him, he could be effective. Basically, Vinny Testaverde, right? So why couldn't we do that when we weren't tanking? Who cares? Forget, that's the past, Red X. Nobody cares. Who cares? Whatever. Oh, almost dropped this. He was hurt, though. So, you know, we had some ridiculousness back there for a while. But what a return. That was excellent. That was excellent. Jets get in the end zone. We've got a 7-7 game. I don't care about what happened in the past. I don't care about any of that. All I care about is evaluating this team. Hopefully, you know, we position ourselves nicely in the draft. I'll say that. But I want some takeaways. You know, I want things to look at and say, all right, can hang my hat on that. Because, I mean, look, 4 solid starters coming out of this draft we can get. 3, at least 4 next draft. That's 8 people if you need to do the math. That was a great run. And Cleveland will take over at about the 29-yard line. Minnesota up 7-3 over Baltimore right now. This looks like it could be a very, very interesting Sunday so far. If the Bucs beat the Patriots, Minnesota. I'm curious to see what this J.J. McCarthy situation is. They beat Baltimore here, man. That's rough for Baltimore, but that's pretty crazy. And Minnesota does this little back and forth pass thing behind the line of scrimmage, and J.J. McCarthy gets about 9 yards on that. Gabriel gets the ball off to Tillman. Oh, sorry, Judkins, and that is broken up. Excellent run by the Jets. Mozzie Smith is out on the field, number 58. He is a big, big man. So let's see. He is next to Harrison Phillips. So that's what Aaron Glenn wants. It's just 2 massive bodies in the middle. But they gotta be good, obviously. They have to play football well. Gabriel couldn't get the ball. He got the ball off, but couldn't get it to his receiver. AZ Thomas on the coverage, breaking that up. Excellent. That's what I want to see. That is what I want to see. Vikings with the double pass. That was crazy. And Dylan Gabriel on 3rd and 10. Gets the ball off. Oof, man, he's just... The ball didn't come out of his hand cleanly. That was just ugly. And they are going to punt. So, that was gross. I feel like that's happened to him a few times today, where the ball just does not come out of his hand the right way. They said that's the 3rd time that's happened to him. The ball is basically slipping out of his hand as he's throwing it. Crazy. 3 possessions, a few 3 and outs. We've got Jackson Dart working out of the shotgun, 3rd and 18. Bears leading 7-0 in that game. Isaiah Williams! Inside Cleveland territory, and he takes it back to the house, but there's a flag on the play. Wait a minute. That's going to be on the Jets. But Isaiah Williams, whoa. Special teams is elite, if not for the flag. Come on, just give it to him. Just give it to him. Come on, they're 1-7. Just give it to him. So let's see. Sean Smith, the referee, is coming out to tell us what happened. During the kick, holding on the kicking team. Penalties decline, and that's a punt return touchdown. Oh my God, look at the Jets. Look at the Jets. We're like, we don't need an offense. We'll score points every other way you could think of. Isaiah Williams. Wow. $13-7. Insanity. Insanity. Listen, Red X, Matt West, if you guys are here, any Jet fans who's here, any Jet fans who are here, this is what you want to see. This is what you want to see. 14-7. Our special teams putting in work. Yes, you did tell me that, SG. You said Isaiah Williams is a dog. Yes. Seems like the Jets are doing that. They have these guys that people don't know of, and they're just like, these guys can play. That is what. This is why I am very, very confident about this regime and their ability to evaluate talent. I've been saying it since the beginning. Very confident about, well, okay, since the beginning when we started seeing how the draft class was playing. It's like, you know what, these guys are pretty good. Seeing guys that they've brought in, traded for. Seeing these young players they have. I'm so excited to see what happens with John Mechie, with Mozzie Smith, A.D. Mitchell. Can't wait to see these guys out there making plays. Watch us go win 6 games. That's fine. That's fine, Matt. We got plenty of draft capital. We could do, there's so many things we can do. Not even worried about it. Not going to stress over the record. What I don't want is to be in a position where you feel like you have to take a quarterback because you're drafting that early and you're like, we have to take this guy. I kind of don't want that. I want them to do what they want to do. Because we don't know. I mean, what's this kid's name that's out of Alabama? People are like, oh, Tyler, I forgot his name. Is it Tyler Smith? People talking about him like, oh man, he would be great with the Jets. But it's like, he has started 8 games in college. I don't love it. He looks good, but I don't love it. I don't love the idea of a guy coming in with not a lot of starts under his belt. You know, let's see. Let's see what happens. They could still lose this game, but Josh Allen gets this ball off, and that is broken up by Miami. Oh man, Nick Mangold's family coming out. That's terrible, man. Those poor kids. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Ty Simpson. That's right, Ashley. Yeah, I mean, doesn't have a lot of starts under his belt. So I'm just like, I just started taking a look at this draft class. Browns botched the kickoff. So they're going to take a knee. It's going to be a touchback. I like Fernando Mendoza. Yeah, Mendoza looks good. He looks good. He's got the size. He can move. But again, none of these guys are sure things, man. He looks like he could be. We don't know. So that's the pick that matters, obviously. That's the position that matters. You don't get that position right, none of this other stuff they did in terms of getting draft capital matters. Doesn't matter what they do in free agency. You got to get that position right. I mean, you mean to tell me, like, look at Daniel Jones, what he's doing with Indy. He looked kind of sloppy today. Made some nice plays. Still looked kind of sloppy. Fumbled through a bad interception. Or you mean to tell me if the Jets put together a roster like that? Yeah, they have the bookend tackles. Offensive line's not a problem. They can still add pieces there. Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. If you put a team like that together and you get a guy like Trevor Lawrence in that situation, I'd be happy with that. I would say, okay, we have a fighting chance, man. Judkins goes up the middle for about a gain of 4. Third down coming up for Cleveland. 2 kick returns and a touchback. Yes, our special teams is goated. Yes, yes. And we got Folk Hero back there, kicking field goals if we need them. So, Rashad White gets about a gain of 7 in the Bucks game. Dylan Gabriel working out of the shotgun. He takes the snap, gets pressured, gets the ball off, and that's complete to Jerry Jeudy, and that's a first down. No. I'll tell you, there's a few reasons why that wouldn't happen, Madison. Madison saying more likely to get Kyler Murray, the Jets. There's a few reasons why I do not see that happening. Number one, Aaron Glenn likes size. Kyler Murray is not a size guy. That's number one. Number two, the issue Arizona's having is that Kyler Murray doesn't seem to be dedicated to football. And I can't imagine Aaron Glenn putting the franchise, or Darren Muji putting the franchise into the hands of a guy who is not all in on football. It just doesn't seem like it would jive with what they're doing. So that's why it doesn't make sense for me. Dylan Gabriel put this ball right on the hands of Jerry Jeudy, and he's going to come down with it. Maybe Brick Johnson knows what he's talking about. Perhaps. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. We've got a title battle happening. A little Sean Chin music right to the face of Philip Quinn. Oh, my Lord. He comes in and says, this has been a great year. Advantage, Demonverse, 51. He is your new Demonverse champion. We've had 2 title changes in one stream as the New York Jets special teams is goated. It's insane. So hold the phone, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Cantrell. Thank you, by the way, Sean Cantrell. Let's get your name on that belt immediately. And it should be... Oh, no, wait, hold on. Wrong belt. That's my bad. That is the wrong belt. I got 2 belts with Sean Cantrell's name up, and it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. What is going on? Gabriel gets it to Fannin. He's short of the first down. I should have it up right now. That was my mistake. I had the wrong thing clicked. I had the wrong Sean Cantrell title clicked. Okay. Now it's right. I'm like so bad at naming files sometimes. I name them the same thing. Wait a minute. Nope. Hold on. This is crazy. Sean Cantrell, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Now, I promise this is going to be right. False start on. There we go. And Philip Quinn, we're going to get your name on the Phantom Lord title momentarily. Hold on 1 second. The Patriots scored. And there we go. Hold on. Let me get this up. Sean Cantrell, 2301. I need to get, like, I would let Josh handle this, but we all know. Like, if I had him here, he would just drive me crazy. The whole stream would just be F words. And there we go. That is up. Let me get everything straightened out on my little list here. Little Sean Chin music to start. I believe, are we in the second quarter now? Are we in the second quarter? We might be. Very, very excited with what I'm seeing by the Jets tonight, by the way. Okay. All right. We got that all set up. But wait a second. Hold on. Philip Quinn takes his title back. So that's the third title change we've had tonight. And your new Demonverse champion for the second time in the stream is Philip Quinn. I'm not going to have a voice by tonight. I am not going to have a voice by tonight. Sean Quinn says, and after all that, no, trust me, this is, don't worry about the work I'm doing. Philip Quinn, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Cantrell and Philip Quinn. This is an epic battle for the ages for the rights to the Demonverse title. It's insane. So, let's get Philip Quinn's title back up. Thank you guys so much. Philip Quinn with another Philip pile driver. The mighty Quinn wins his title back. Man. I have no words for what's happening right now. This is an epic day in Demonverse history. Perhaps the most epic. And let's get his title up on screen. Yeah, that was Paul Tagliabue who passed away today. He was a hell of a commissioner. There's Philip Quinn right there. The in-stream offering goes up to $400. Saints fans, Bears, a Saints fan and a Bears fan are your champion. And are your Demonverse champion and Phantom Lord champion. That's insane. Pitch to Breece Hall. He doesn't get anything. So we're going to get Philip Quinn's name up here. We're going to get Philip Quinn's name over there. Hold on. Oh my God. The Phantom Zone is trying to come in and play games. I got to fix that. Just pay no attention to the Phantom Zone here. There we go. I got it taken care of. Got it taken care of. And there's a whistle. That's a false start on Joe Tipman. And Philip Quinn is once again your Demonverse champion, and Sean Cantrell is once again your Phantom Lord champion. Epic battle between these two greats. And I think I did all the math right. And I did. If you guys ever see me do math wrong, please let me know. Please make it known, because I am not, I tell you, I am not a math wizard. An ugly drive continues for the Jets. And I blame this on Justin Fields, by the way. This is all on Justin Fields. You two are awesome, says Soldier. Yes. SG says Philip. Quinn, pile driver. Yes. Sean Chin Music says SG. Oh, and look at Justin Fields running. And he gets about a gain of 7. Kyler seems like a Raider or a Jet. I could see him with the Raiders. I could definitely see him with the Raiders. I don't see him with the Jets. Like I gotta start this up again. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Philip Quinn, pile driver. You two are awesome. And after all that, Sean Cantrell says, there's a punt. It's Cleveland's ball again after the Jets can't do anything. Philip Quinn says, making Rich work. Yeah. It's all good. Go Fields, go, says Ashley. Thank you to the champions. Excellent. Miami's up 13-0 now. Oh, God, I hope Miami wins. Hope Miami wins. Let's go. Need this Cleveland Browns offense to show us a little something here. He's doing all this work and he doesn't realize. If somebody wins a title, I don't care if somebody wins a title right after them. I'm going to get their name on the title, get it up on screen for as long as it should be up on screen. Hi, how's it going? Is it really? It's going to get cold. Don't lock Astro out. Okay. A lot of weird scores in the NFL early on. That's Mike Causey, is it not? Absolute legends are making moves today. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Legends indeed. And let us not forget who started the stream, by the way. Ashley started the stream with a 50 spot. Your number 2 contender. So let's not forget the contenders in this, who are epic as well. PFA, PFD, yes. Astro, yes. They all just made a quick appearance. You guys caught it. You guys do not miss anything. And here we go. So Panthers beating the Saints 7-3. Giants tied 7 apiece with Chicago. If the Giants win that game, that's interesting. Jaguars 10-0 over Houston. The more I keep thinking about this Trevor Lawrence thing, the more I'm just like, I kind of hope that happens. I would be happy with that. I would be very happy with that. Because you could probably get him at a bit of a discounted price, draft pick wise. I don't think you'd have to give up 2 firsts for Trevor Lawrence. And then again, you don't have to worry about the quarterback position. Because you're like, well, we have a guy there. Now, if Mendoza, let's say Mendoza's the guy, if he were to come in and be an absolute stud, then of course, But at least you don't have the bust factor just sitting there, ready to strike when everything else looks like it's working well. Did the Saints just take the lead on a long pass to Chris Olave? Yes, they did. Wow. Patriots tied the game. Kathy says, hi, Vanessa. Philip says PFA. Melissa says PFA. Ashley says PFA. PFA, I can stick around today. I just wanted to pop in and wish you luck. Oh, no, and it's cool, man. Oh, he says I can't stick around today. It's cool, man. Love seeing you guys pop in. Even if you pop in for just a second. Love seeing your names up there. My Broncos tried that with Russell Wilson. Didn't work out. I wouldn't suggest trying it for the Jets. Problem with Russell Wilson was older. Russell Wilson was washed at the time. And Russell Wilson also was part of great teams, which might have elevated his status as a quarterback. Phil Quinn says no. Yeah. Tanking is so hard to do. Gabriel's a lefty? I didn't know that. Gabriel fires over the middle to Cedric Tillman. Injured Jet. Ooh, he's not moving. Who is that? That Jamie and Sherwood? Hold on. Oh, man. Jamie and Sherwood just nails AZ Thomas, and he is not moving. Sherwood he launched into him with his helmet. Man. Madison Duncan says, PFA. Natasha Romanoff, the most logical Niners fan in the history of the world, is here, by the way. Okay, fine. On the other side of the coin, the Bears tried it, also involving my Broncos with Jay Cutler. Didn't work out when teams were willing to let a quarterback go. Ask why. Yeah, you can ask why. That's true. But Jay Cutler, I don't think Jay Cutler was ever in the same league as Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to say that. I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. It's just something that they talked about. Just something they talked about that I've seen out there. They're talking about Joe Burrow too. You know, I doubt that would happen. But I'm just saying I wouldn't be opposed to it. Wouldn't be opposed to it. What the hell is going on with Buffalo losing 13-0 to Miami? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Miami always plays Buffalo pretty hard. And the fact that Buffalo called them and said, hey, give us Jalen Waddle. Miami probably thought that was disrespectful. Russell Wilson was only good off script, and when he lost the ability to dance in the pocket, his flaws became apparent. Exactly. Exactly, Flowers. You nailed it. I shot you a few pics of the backdrop and the mystery of where my nerd stuff is put. I will check it out later, Soldier. Thank you. You did that on Discord? I'll check it out. But you see, like, the fear for me is not getting the quarterback right again. But we do have guys that are evaluating talent. And Muji was at the Indiana game again yesterday. He keeps going to check out Mendoza. So I don't know if he likes Mendoza. I feel like Mendoza would be good. I think Mendoza would be a good quarterback. I don't think he's going to be a bust, like a guy who's unplayable like Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, there were a lot of red flags with Zach Wilson. It was, the COVID year and all that stuff. He really didn't have a good view of who that was. But I also wouldn't be opposed to the Jets saying, okay, Mendoza's not there. You know what? We don't really like any of these other guys. We'll punt. We'll take somebody here. Oh, AZ Thomas is up walking. Good. Excellent. Hopefully he was down for a few minutes. He's up. He's walking fine, but I think they're going to blue tent him. He might have a concussion or something. But I'd be fine on them punting quarterback this year in the draft and taking whatever players they want. Because, you have the ability to take one next season. Or you don't know who might shake free next season in terms of a veteran. So, I mean, I wouldn't even be opposed to them going the Marcus Mariota route next year, to be honest. I wouldn't. Any Broncos fan in the chat, what do you think about Bo Nix? That's a good question, Philip Quinn. And Judkins gets a gain of a few. Oh, Money Mike says, today I'm not having a good day. Went to a Veterans Day parade. Torrential downpour got canceled after thunder. No one let us know. Wound up running back to the car. Hit myself in the head 3 times. Oh, Mike, well, I hope your day gets better, and I hope hanging out here with us makes you feel a little better. Hopefully I can make you smile. Let me think. I'm going to try to think of a joke. I'm bad at jokes. I don't remember any jokes. And when I do, I usually don't tell them, right? So that's probably, I'm sorry I promised that to you. Well, it wasn't a promise. It was just a suggestion to myself. Jets have more points than total yards right now. That's the total Jet stat. Lions do well with an average quarterback. That's the thing I'm looking at, you see? So it would make sense for Glenn because you saw that happen in Detroit. And again, with the Jets, when the Jets made it to the AFC Championship, were favored to win the Super Bowl the following year. That was with Vinny Testaverde. So you've seen that happen before. Seen that happen before, and knows like if you get a guy, I'm just going to use Trevor Lawrence's name. If you get a guy like Trevor Lawrence, that probably keeps you employed for a while. But if you get a rookie quarterback, he comes in and the team's good, but the rookie quarterback can't play again, and you have that Zach Wilson situation again where you have the good roster, but the quarterback is the problem. I mean, you're dead in the water at that point. You know, you are absolutely dead in the water. Natasha Romanoff comes in with a 10 or says, I hope your player got hit with the helmet is okay. That happened to us. Jennings got hit in the ribs with a helmet and still played with 5 broken ribs. That is hardcore. Yeah, AZ Thomas, he got up on his own power. He wasn't moving for a little while, which is scary, but he got up on his own power, was walking back to the sideline. They blue tented him, and he seems to be doing fine, from what I can tell. Maybe a concussion or something, but it doesn't look like it'll be anything too serious. It was making me nervous when he wasn't moving, though. I was just like, oof, you know, because you don't want to see a career ender, you know what I mean, obviously. Natasha Romanoff, thank you so much. The most logical Niners fan out there. How do you like Mac Jones, by the way? Mac Jones is excellent. We have Ashley, our number 2 contender, who writes the most beautiful Mac Jones lore, if you've missed it. I would scroll up and grab it if I could, but I can't. It's too far up in the chat here, or else I would show it to you right now. Oh, look at this. PFA's here. Says, oh, hello, everyone. Look at that. Bo Nix is a better Chris Winkie, says Madison. That's harsh. I thought Chris Winkie was going to be good. Giants still tied at 7. Miami winning 13-0 over Buffalo. That's interesting. I think Buffalo still wins that game, but... So here we go, 14-7. And Judkins gets a gain of a few. Oh, look at this. We got people saying PFA, Madison, Duncan, Philip, Quinn, Soldier, Ashley, Jimmy England is here, sneaking around. I don't even know you were here. PFA says hi. Flowers for algorithm. Look at that. Everybody gets it. Everybody gets it. So here we go. Judkins goes up the middle. He's got a first down. And he gets tackled at about the 44. Jackson Dart maneuvers in. He senses pressure so well. Like, that's what I hope for. A quarterback who can do what Jackson Dart's doing. That's incredible. That's incredible. PFA comes into the chat and the Bills start going fast. Coincidence? No, not at all. She's got powers that she hasn't even realized yet when it comes to the NFL. Jackson Dart is down. His helmet's off. Gamick says the Jets are winning. Let's go. No, I bring energy to those fast helmets. Yes. Those helmets do look fast. She totally does that. All right, 2nd and 9 coming up. Cleveland. I want Cleveland to get in the end zone here. Gamick says PFA. Look at that. Dylan Gabriel rolls out to his left. Tries to get the ball to Jerry Jeudy. Oh my God! And James Cook loses the football. And the Dolphins recover. The Dolphins recover the football. Wow. The Buffalo Bills. I mean, he was going fast. He might have just been going too fast. That's Dylan Gabriel. They actually drafted Dylan Gabriel before Shedeur Sanders, Kathy. It seems like he was the guy that the coach wanted, and then the owner said, you know what? Shedeur Sanders is still there. Let's just take him. Jackson Dart has been in that tent a lot in his career, and it's only been a few weeks. He has been, yeah. But he's out there right now. He navigates that pocket so well, man. Stupid Josh Allen's on my fantasy team. I need him to not suck. He still got a second quarter. I mean, he can still get you 20 points and lose the game. That's more than Josh Allen like. 3rd and 15 coming up for the Cleveland Browns. They are at the 49-yard line. Natasha Romanoff with a tour says, I hate MetLife Stadium. The turf got Michael, yes. Will McDonald gets in the backfield and gets to the quarterback. Oh, man, all right. So we're seeing things that we've been wanting to see. Now, granted, it's against the Cleveland Browns, but still. Will McDonald gets in there and wraps up Dylan Gabriel. Thank you for the tour, Natasha Romanoff. The Black Widow, ladies and gentlemen. If the Jets win, they lose the first overall pick. You know what? I'm fine with that. I'm not saying I want to win, but I'm not gonna lose my mind if they do win. I want to see them play well. I want to see these young players play well. I want to see the team come together, and that's my goal right now. We've got draft capital. I'm not worried about. Obviously, the first overall pick is nice. So many things you can do. It gives you flexibility, but I'm right now I'm happy with the draft capital we have. They have the ability to move wherever they want in the draft because of that capital, in 2 drafts, no less. And they have a ton of cap space. So there's flexibility here. I just want to see the team play well, and if they happen to win because they actually win, okay. If they just back into a win, I don't want that. At least the Jets are going to have some picks, yeah. I mean, realistically, they're going to be a top 5 pick. I can't see them picking 12 or 13. That just doesn't. Where we are right now, especially Justin Fields can't move the football. So it's going to be tough to win games. We're not going to be scoring on punt returns and kick returns 4 times a game. So I'm fine with that. I like that a bad offense isn't lighting us up. Because some of these defensive players that we have now, again, it's a young defense. We need this defense. We need these young guys to play well. And if a bad defense comes in and they just look inept, that's not a great situation. Derrick Henry is throwing guys around, as per usual. Thinking the Jets are good makes you out of your mind. Who said the Jets are good? Hi. Yeah, it's going to get cold tomorrow. First overall is not all that. Yeah, I mean, how many teams immediately get better because of that first overall pick? What happened? Did Daniel Bellinger just catch a touchdown? No, incomplete. Oh, man. Jackson Dart put that ball right there. And I think Bellinger caught that. He had control going down to the ground, and then it got broken up. So I think that's a touchdown for the Giants. The key to great quarterbacks is picking the 20s. And you know why that is, Soldier? Because those teams typically have good rosters. Right? They typically have good rosters. So those quarterbacks typically go into good situations. So that's why I was saying if the Jets chose not to pick a quarterback this year and they decided to continue to build the roster and then address the quarterback next season, I'd be fine with that because you'd be putting a quarterback theoretically into a better situation. Yeah, when a quarterback has to come in and just completely be the savior, that's tough. Even for guys who are great, even for guys who are generational, that's not an ideal situation for anybody. So I'm not gonna say we definitely need to get Mendoza. Oh my God, Justin Fields throws a horrible pick. Yes, Justin Fields helping the tank. Excellent. Oh, boy. Ah,
That was a genuine laugh.
that was. The Jets threw an interception. I'm happy. Whatever that means. Yes. Look at Burrow. Yeah. I mean, Burrow got them to a Super Bowl, and it's like, I can't, you know, he's not Superman. Look at Josh Allen. I mean, he's got to be Superman all the time. I mean, they're winning games, they win a division, but, you know, they don't win Super Bowls. But Mahomes came into a situation where he had talent around him, good coach, good management, and, you know, he's Patrick Mahomes, but still, like the situation helped. If he had gone to the Bears, if he had gone to the Jets, I won't even say the Bears. I'll say if he had gone to the Jets, I don't know that he'd be Patrick Mahomes. That's a touchdown for Dylan Gabriel to Jerry Jeudy. All right. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. I can't, it's not even on a defense. They're tired. They're out there. Justin Fields can't play quarterback. Whatever. I would be so mad if we were like hanging our hat on Justin Fields having to be good. Jimmy England says PFA. Madison Duncan says PFA. Jimmy, I got to tell you something about Jimmy England. As much as he gives me a hard time, I love this guy. Because he gives me a hard time, but the second he sees PFA, he's like, PFA! Yeah, Andy Reid, I mean, like, you know, that was excellent. You had Andy Reid, who, you know, formerly of the Philadelphia Eagles, made it to Super Bowls. Him and Patrick Mahomes together worked well. But, you know, the Chiefs were on their way to building a team, though. And when Mahomes came in, he came into a perfect situation because you had a veteran quarterback there that could help groom him. You had Andy Reid there, and you had talent around him. And, you know, they were able to utilize his talents to the utmost of, I can't finish that sentence. I don't know where I was going with that sentence. But they were able to utilize his talents, and he flourished. That's what you need. I mean, look at New England with Drake May right now. Same thing. You have a good coach there, Mike Vrabel. He's putting a good roster together, and he's helping Drake May out. You're losing to the Browns. Whatever, Jimmy England. Let him lose to the Let us lose. I mean, that was all on Justin Fields, who is not. He is not a factor. He is absolutely not a factor. They're going to start him the rest of the year. Because they're just like, this is excellent. He will let him throw interceptions, let him do whatever. We don't care. Oh, Natasha Romanoff says, don't forget to mention the refs when it comes to KC. we have to say that for the Eagles now, don't we? Alex Smith could be a great coach. Yeah, I feel the same way about what's his name? Oh my Lord, I can't remember his name. The quarterback coach for the Minnesota Vikings, who was a quarterback, and he was the backup quarterback for the Jets when Sam Darnold was there. For some reason, I can't remember his name. He's got great hair, though. Sitting behind a vet helps, too. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't be opposed to them bringing in Kirk Cousins or somebody like that. I want the quarterback to come into a situation where he doesn't feel like he has to be the savior. So whatever they decide, I'd be happy with. What I mean by that is I think they're wise to that. They seem like they know what they're doing in terms of putting a roster together and evaluating talent. So that's why I'm so happy, because I'm like, finally a team that gets it, or a coach and a GM who get it. So completely happy with what they've done so far. This game was supposed to be the stink bowl. Why is this better than the Thursday night game? Yeah, I saw a meme that said that was the most Thursday night football game. It was like the Thursday nightest football game of Thursday night football games. That game was just ridiculous. We are in the second quarter. Thank you, Melissa Klein. Thank you so much. It is a better game than that Thursday night game, but we had so much fun on Thursday night. Right, SG? Like, SG was still laughing after the game ended. When they traded Alex Smith the final year, people thought it was a mistake. That's how good the roster was. Yeah, that was an incredible roster. Mahomes came into a peach of a situation. And now the talent that he has actually helps, but, he was wild. Mahomes is one of those quarterbacks that didn't win anything in college. People would say, who did he beat in college? But he had the physical tools, and he said year one, he didn't know how to read a defense. I think he said after that first Super Bowl, when they won that first Super Bowl, he did not know how to how to read a defense. So look how good the talent was around him, that he didn't even know how to read a defense, and they still. So imagine that. Imagine him not knowing how to read a defense and being in a situation like the Jets had, or being in a situation like Chicago had. He might have been a guy that looked like he had physical tools and just didn't learn anything. He openly said that. And that was scary. That terrified all of us. Because we're like, this guy can't even read a defense, and look what he's doing. Yeah, that Thursday night game was hilarious. No, Aaron Glenn is safe for the minimum of at least next season, and probably the year after. Breece Hall, look at him go. This is why you extend him. He's safe. He's safe. That Woody Johnson is like, this is not on him. This is on Justin Fields. It's on a lack of talent. The fact that Woody Johnson said, you guys want to trade Sauce, you want to trade Quinnen, go ahead, do it. Do whatever you think is best, build the team you want. To me, makes him a good owner. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. He's telling them, build it your way. I trust you guys. He went to the 33rd team and said, get me guys who can put a team together. And they did it. So Woody Johnson has said, I am not making decisions anymore. After that whole debacle with Aaron Rodgers, and when Woody Johnson basically had to be the GM because Joe Douglas just gave up after a while. He saw the writing on the wall. He saw Robert Saleh was inept as a head coach. So now Woody Johnson said, "I'm hands off. You guys do what you want." And when people still call him a bad owner, I'm just like, wow. How is that a bad owner? Could you imagine like Jerry Jones doing that? I mean, to me, that's a good owner. You don't have to like him as a person, fine. Well, jet sweep again. Smith with a beautiful run on the jet sweep. Wow. That's a better way to own than the Jerry Jones way. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I've said it for a while. Like, we can't blame Woody. Like, what did you want Woody to do? What did you want him to do? The whole thing that happened with Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas, that was all Chris Johnson, because Woody was working for the government at the time. He was forgot what it was called. The Prime Minister of England. He wasn't the Prime Minister of England, but you know what I mean. He was doing something for England. I forgot what his actual title was. But Woody handed it over to Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson made some terrible decisions. Terrible decisions. He said, oh, yeah, let's bring in Adam Gase. Oh, no, wait. Let's let Mike McCagnon draft, and then we'll hire Joe Douglas. Oh, no, wait. Let's fire Adam Gase now after the season, after he blew the #1 draft pick. Instead of firing him in season and just saying, let's tank. The way they're doing it now, tanking the right way where you're evaluating talent. Chris Johnson made all those terrible decisions. And then Woody came back and was like, you left me with a mess, dude. All right, let's get Aaron Rodgers. Like, we need a quarterback. Let's bring in Devontae Adams. We all loved those moves. We were happy with those moves. So I get a little burned up when people say Woody is the problem. Just like, no, he's not. Natasha Romanoff of the Tour says, I had RJ Harvey on my fantasy team. He only got me 3.8 points. I started him too, if that's any consolation to you, Natasha. Yeah. And every time I benched him, he's put up double digits. It's just, I am like a fantasy football curse. Ask me who I'm starting if you ever have a fantasy football decision to make. And if it's the guy I'm starting, bench him probably, because I don't make good decisions. Justin Fields runs and gets a first down, takes it down to the 15. There's a flag. Yeah, you got to throw that flag. He got nailed. I mean, listen, Justin Fields isn't going to be our guy. I don't want him to take cheap shots, though. Please do what's right, refs. Yeah, I agree, Philip. If we had this Aaron Rodgers, we would have been good. But the problem was he got hurt that year one. If we had this Rodgers that year, they would have been good. And the year after. But he got hurt, the Achilles. The year coming back, he was obviously, it was still feeling a little tender. He wasn't going to feel as comfortable on it as he did, so he wasn't as mobile. Couldn't set his feet the way he wanted to, so he was lesser than Aaron Rodgers. I'm fine with them not keeping him this year. It wouldn't have made sense to keep him this year because what is that going to do? What was that going to do? I love that they came in and said, we want to make this team our own. Not like, oh, hopefully Aaron Rodgers can save us and we can have a good record so it looks like, hey, look, we won more games than last season. That's just, those are optics. That's nothing. Oh, yeah, the Jets won 7 games. They're better than they were last season. Okay, and then what? Then what? Then what happens? It's like all the people getting mad at the Quincy Williams thing. Breece Hall goes nowhere. Everybody's like, oh, we didn't take a 5th rounder for Quincy Williams. First of all, we didn't know anybody offered a 5th rounder. Second of all, that's probably going to be the comp pick anyway. And you could franchise tag him and tag and trade him. And if you put Quincy Williams in a situation, if he's on our team, fine. He's still Quincy Williams. He's still pretty good. But if we're like, hey, look, we'll give you Quincy Williams in a 5th to move into the 4th rounder, you going to be mad at that? No. People are just like, they don't know what they're doing. Like, shut up. Just quiet down. Justin Fields. Oh, he gets sacked. Oh, well. Oh, no, I know you weren't saying that, Philip. I'm saying this is stuff that you hear from Jet fans all the time. I know you weren't saying that. But yeah, no, but you were absolutely right. That Aaron Rodgers on that team for those 2 years would have been fine. Would have been great. I mean, you're talking maybe a Super Bowl contender. But if that happened, obviously that regime would have still been here. And Rodgers would still be on the team. And they'd be competitive, likely. Fields tries to run for a game of 3. But you know what? Looking at this now, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I would rather where we are right now because I have so much more faith in Darren Muji. I have so much more faith in Aaron Glenn as a talent evaluator than I had in those guys. Robert Saleh, I knew at that point, like, well, Rodgers is basically saving your job. You don't know what you're doing. And the quarterback is toast. I was talking about Quincy, Mike. Did I say Quinnen? I'm sorry. Nick Folk puts this through, so it's 17-14 Jets. Baal is just, he hasn't been doing anything today. It's fine. Replace the turf and A-Rod wins a Super Bowl. Maybe, like that was what we were thinking. Like, okay, this team could be good. Is it weird to like when your team loses? It's been so long since the Chiefs were bad. I can't remember what that felt like. I'll tell you, it's when you don't have a clear vision and it's like, okay, like, are we still going to have the same coach next year who's bad? Like, the position the Bears were in when they were playing for, well, they weren't playing, but technically that was the Panthers pick. But, the Bears were getting the first pick, and it's like, we still have Eberflus. Is the quarterback going to save us? Like, everybody, all Bears fans knew. You could ask Sean Cantrell. Eberflus wasn't it. So then you were worried about, okay, we have this quarterback coming in who people are saying is generational. We could argue whether Caleb is actually going to be a good quarterback or not, but then you're in that position where you're like, okay, we still, like, management is still a problem. So, yeah, you want the team to lose, but you still have a weird, like, taste in your mouth. And I've been there. I've been there with the Zach Wilson thing. I've been there with the Sam Darnold thing. Where, like, you're cautiously optimistic, but it's like the quarterback has to basically save the franchise. And that doesn't happen. Like, it's, rarely does that ever happen. And it's not a good feeling because if you're looking at it, you're watching every game and you don't know, and you're like, we got to give this guy at least a season. But then, like, if the offensive line is a problem, you're going through all these things and all these emotions, and it's like, you just don't know. Being in this position right now where I see that they have vision, and it's the players they've been bringing in. The fact that they brought in A.D. Mitchell in that trade, had him as a throw-in. It's like they're bringing in talented guys that just haven't been anything where they were previously, rather. So like I see that they know how to evaluate, and they're doing things very smart. Like it's just very wise how they're approaching this, and it's got me. So I've never been in that type of situation where we are now, and I'm so excited about it. I'm just like, okay. So this feels good, actually. This version of that feels good. Other versions in the past were terrifying. And Judkins. The last time I felt like this was Parcells. When Parcells came in, I was like, I trust him. And right now, after what they've done, I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I trust them. I like what they've done. I see it. The moves make sense, and I trust them. So, the other time I was this happy was Rodgers running out with the flag, and I was just like, yes, this game. And then he gets hurt, and then it's just been pain since then. Natasha Romanoff comes in with a 10, says, I feel you there. We have some people like that in our fan base that think they know what is better for the team than the team itself does. And you know what, Natasha, on the flip side of that, to be fair, well, you guys have good management. I love John Lynch. I think John Lynch knows what he's doing, and I think Shanahan knows what he's doing. So yeah, in that situation, yes, you're absolutely right. For us, typically the fans have wanted to make better decisions than the team has made. Like we would like scratch our heads at some of the things they did. And, we would all kind of be on the same page, like which way should we go in the draft? Most of us, like, of course you're going to have people who dissent and have arguments and whatnot. There was a big thing with the whole Zach Wilson, Sam Darnold situation. Like, hey, trade out of that pick, get a haul of draft picks, keep Sam Darnold and develop him, which turned out probably should have been the way they went. But yeah, people were like, no, let's get Zach Wilson. Or Justin, then you have people who wanted Justin Fields, people who wanted Zach Wilson. But turns out, in hindsight, the way to go would have been, give Sam a chance and develop him. But, we did give Sam a bit of a chance. I mean, like, it's another thing. People were like, oh, you let Geno Smith go, and then look what he turned into. But were we supposed to hold on to him for 7 years and wait for him to develop? Like, kind of sometimes a change of scenery is what a player needs. Would Sam Darnold be what he is if he hadn't gone through Kyle Shanahan and Kevin O'Connell? I don't know. Probably not, because he didn't look this way when he was with Matt Rule. With the Panthers, he still looked like the same Sam Darnold. But Matt Rule is a guy who wanted him, a guy who liked him from college. Matt Rule is a college guy and gave up a pretty good draft haul to bring him in, second rounder, fourth rounder, or sixth rounder, to bring him in. And then at some point, I remember him at a press conference being like, you can't make these decisions that he makes. So Matt Rule was like at a loss for that. Matt Rule went out and brought in Baker Mayfield. With the Panthers. I don't know if Matt Rule was there when that happened. He might have been. But Sam got benched that year. It wasn't until he hit Kevin O'Connell a year under after being under Kyle Shanahan's belt, hit Kevin O'Connell, and now he's the Sam Darnold that we see. And we're like, oh, this guy's possibly an MVP candidate. Damn. 16-0, the Dolphins are beating the Buffalo Bills. Unbelievable. Lynch was such a good player, too. Oh, yeah. Jets are so bad they lose to the bye week. They just had a bye week and they didn't lose, Jimmy England. So, I mean, that just... And you say things sometimes that just lower and lower your credibility even more. I want to see Zach Wilson play. Has he ever got a chance to play? He played for us. Did you ever see those games? I mean, if you want to watch bad football, go ahead. Just pop on one of those games. I don't think Zach Wilson's going to have that story. I could be wrong. But Sam Darnold was a different story. Sam Darnold played against some elite competition in college, which isn't always the be-all, end-all. Quincy Williams with a big tackle. He looks happy, doesn't he? Yeah, he's out there playing. He just didn't start. The fans are so crazy. They drive me crazy. Zach just done it. He looks like a deer in headlights constantly. Sam at least looked the part sometimes. Sam looked like he could be a good quarterback when he left. Like you saw something there, but it was like he just makes really bad decisions. But Zach Wilson looks like he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Like Sam never looked like that. But Zach Wilson looked like he didn't know what the hell. He runs backwards. Like he can't make the easy things look easy, like screen passes. Sam didn't have that problem. Sam just threw picks. Sam made bad decisions. And he looks like he cleaned that up. But man, Zach Wilson, like, he looks like he doesn't know what to do. And there's a sack by this Jets defense. Will McDonald again. This is what I want to see. Yes. And then bringing in Aaron before he developed. I don't know that he was going to develop. That's why they brought in Aaron. I mean, you kind of saw the writing on the wall. Like at some point, we were just like, all right, he doesn't have it. You know? With Sam Darnold, we were like, let's put help around Sam and help him out as much as we can. Because we saw something there, but it was like, okay, now you have this other quarterback coming out. Maybe we just pivot to a guy because people started saying he's the Mormon Mahomes. So you hear the Mahomes comparison, you're like, oh, we're going to get Patrick Mahomes. And then Joe Douglas saw his pro day with nobody running around him, nobody pressuring him or anything. He's just like in his shorts and a shirt, and he's making he's throwing darts in that situation. I mean, if we're playing flag football, Zach Wilson's your guy. But a lot of Jet fans wanted to keep Sam Darnold. And we're like, just put help around him. Nobody wanted to keep Zach Wilson. We were like, we need a quarterback in here. This guy can't do it. We were like Mike White, anybody. We had people saying, get us Carson Wentz. But that's where we were with Zach Wilson. Like, he was just not good. Not good. So the fact that they brought in Aaron Rodgers wasn't like, oh, we're going to develop Zach. It was just like, we have an opportunity to actually get a quarterback. Let's do that. But then they Zach was the backup for some reason. I guess Joe Douglas couldn't come to terms with his own failure, I guess. Caleb with a $5 says, Colts winning the Super Bowl, Bills screwing up my parlay. Hey, you take a Super Bowl win over a parlay any day. And I'm sure you would do that, Caleb. Thank you for the $5. I'm sorry, man. I was hate watching the Bills, the Colts today. I was just like, oh, I want them to lose. I want you to be happy, but I just want a higher draft pick. I'm going to be hate watching them for the next 2 seasons, so don't hate me. Don't hate watch the Demonverse. Flag on the play. Super Dave is here. What's going on, Seattle? Thanks you for Sam, even though it was a journey to get to us. Yeah, it was, man. He went through some very good situations after, he left the Jets in Carolina to get there. When I'll tell you, when he first went to San Francisco, I was kind of like, I think he could start for San Francisco. Like, because, now you have a coach that could develop him. And it turns out that that was just one step of the way. And then he goes to Kevin O'Connell, who is a Sean McVay disciple. And Baker Mayfield went to Sean McVay. I mean, I don't think these are coincidences. Even Daniel Jones said when he was there with Kevin O'Connell, like he learned how to prepare for a game properly. Fields loses the football. They didn't blow a whistle. This might be, oh, now they blow the whistle. Okay, they're going to say it was an incomplete pass. It just seems like the Jets quarterbacks go away and do pretty well. Well, not all the time. It happened with Sam. Geno Smith, it took a while with Geno Smith. And Geno Smith doesn't look great right now, by the way. But it took a while with Geno Smith to look like something. But that doesn't always happen. It's that the narrative is it's the Jets, it's not the quarterback. No. With Zach Wilson, it was Zach Wilson. It was definitely Zach Wilson. But they didn't do Sam any favors. I will admit that. They didn't do Sam any favors. But, you know, Sam was also pretty reckless. And maybe that's because they didn't have the proper guy there to develop him. Yeah, Zach's the backup in Miami now. If you want to see bad quarterback play, watch Trey Lance when he played for us. We gave up 3 first-round picks to move up and get Lance. Still hurts us to this day. Let me tell you something. That's a perfect example because, and Zach Wilson. Oh, my God. The same thing. Justin Fields gets sacked. That's a great example because there's somebody I know who was talking to me about Trey Lance in the offseason, and he's like, I think with the Chargers, he could really, you know, if Justin Herbert gets hurt and Trey Lance comes in, I was like, I don't know if Trey Lance is even going to be the backup for the Chargers. He's like, no, man, this guy's got so much talent. And I was like, the problem is he was with Kyle Shanahan, and Kyle Shanahan moved off of him quickly. I think that tells me everything I need to know about Trey Lance. Like, if Kyle Shanahan's like, yeah, we can't do anything with this guy, there's probably a chance nobody's going to be able to do anything with that guy. So, you know, look, and now they have Mac Jones, and who they could have just had if they had stayed where they were without giving up those picks. And I think that's what Kyle wanted, apparently. I mean, you know, not in the building with them, but that's what you heard was Kyle Shanahan wanted a guy like Kirk Cousins, a guy who's just going to do what you tell him to do, not try to play off script, not run around and do all these things. But if Kyle Shanahan couldn't do anything with Trey Lance is probably not going to be an NFL quarterback much longer. A third stringer maybe here and there, but be shocked if you see him as a backup, as a direct backup or anything. You know, you never know. He might fall in a situation where he starts to learn a little bit more. But Trey Lance is another guy who didn't have a lot of college snaps. But the physical tools were there, and people were like, oh, man. Off the hands of Judy, 40 seconds left. Yeah, the Cowboys moved off him. Metalhead for the Savior says Saleh definitely wasn't the type of coach to develop a quarterback also. No. Saleh wasn't a good head coach. The defensive coordinator, fine. Definitely wasn't a good head coach. He couldn't be the CEO type. Couldn't do... Oh, what a catch! By Harold Fannin. Ooh, that was in traffic, too. That was a hell of a catch. But yeah, like, you know, he needed Rodgers to basically rescue him. That's what it was. When they were bringing in Rodgers, it's like, this guy's going to save my job. But he, you know, Joe Douglas too, like, Zach had a quarterback coach who unfortunately died. But I don't know that that would have even helped. Judy with the reception. I mean, Joe Douglas did some pretty good things in terms of drafting, but most general managers do pretty good things when drafting. Like, you don't miss on every pick. But I mean, this was a guy who was supposed to be an offensive line guru, right? He couldn't get the offensive line right for 5 seasons. Couldn't get the quarterback right. And then Saleh just was not a good coach. So, you know, that was a crazy, crazy situation. Noah Fant, I thought was going to be the next Kelsey. I really thought that I was so wrong on that one. You know what? I see Tucker Kraft in that realm with Jordan Love, developing that Kelsey Mahomes type of connection with Jordan Love. I could totally see that. Oh, that was almost picked off. Jarvis Brownlee had a shot to take that ball away, couldn't come up with it. That was a terrible throw. Tillman should have gotten his hands up on that. Man. Yeah, you see, Philip Quinn has the right idea. Well, I'll tell you, Philip Quinn, I really like Kellen Moore. I think Kellen Moore is going to be a good coach. So in a situation like that, if you have the first pick and Kellen Moore really likes, let's say it's Mendoza, I would say give Kellen Moore who he wants. Because you can trade it away and get all the picks you want, but if they don't have the quarterback right, it's not going to matter. But if he gets his guy, and I think Kellen Moore can develop a quarterback. I think he'll be good at developing a quarterback. Then, then you guys are fine. Then you just figure everything out as you go. Derek Stingley is so good, yeah. He is. So, Kathy, Dylan Gabriel was drafted ahead of Shedeur Sanders. This is the guy that the coach, Kevin Stefanski, wanted when Shedeur Sanders was still on the board. McDonald with his third sack. Wow. Excellent. Oh my God, the Browns are going to try to kick this. They did. It was nice. All right, they were able to get it before the clock ran out. So Shedeur Sanders was there, and the coach wanted Dylan Gabriel. So in camp, Gabriel won the job as the backup, which wasn't surprising really, because that's who Stefanski wanted. We are at half face, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know that Shedeur is even a good quarterback. I mean, if Kevin Stefanski doesn't think he's good enough to start, I'm going to go ahead and listen to Kevin Stefanski. You know what I mean? Don't bring up Lovecraft. This pain is still raw. Yeah, but they are so young, dude. You got Jordan Love for a long time, and Tucker Kraft is 25. You guys are good. I am jumping in on the Aaron Glenn train. Travion Henderson puts the Patriots up 20-10. Wow. Patriots are real. Patriots are for real. Insane. We've got a tie game. I got your Lovecraft reference. Jets have 0 picks on the year. Didn't realize that until they showed that stat. But yeah, the Jets haven't taken the ball away. Sauce Gardner does not take the ball away. One of the reasons why we were like, let's move off him. Doesn't take the ball away, doesn't tackle. And Aaron Glenn was not that type of cornerback. So it's no surprise that he was okay. And again, it's not like they shopped him around. They weren't like, hey, Sauce is available. This is a fire sale. No. They said, you want Sauce, blow us away with an offer. 55-yard tutty for Travion Henderson. That's crazy. Shedeur was not great at Colorado. He had talent at wide receiver, and when they played the good teams, they got crushed. Yeah, he had a lot of talent around him. A lot of talent around him. And the name Sanders is going to get your attention, right? So that's part of it. The Pats are for real. Yeah, I would say the Pats are for real. Saw Sauce today. He had a chance to pick one out, and he flat out dropped it. That's him. Did you see him before the game? They were throwing, just balls at him, and he's warming up, and you can tell the way he catches the ball, like he's not used to catching the ball. He doesn't know how to catch the ball. I don't even think he wants to catch the ball. It almost seems like he's afraid of the ball hitting him. Like that's the energy I get. He's not a ball hawk, and he's never going to be a ball hawk. So, he's good at breaking up passes if he doesn't get flagged, which he gets flagged a lot. So, look, I'm not saying Sauce Gardner's a bad player. I'm just saying if a team is going to come, he's that type of player where, you know, because of his name value and whatnot, he was rookie of the year. The team's going to offer you what they offered you, you take it. Especially, you know, in this type of defense that we run. Lou Amarulo loves Sauce Gardner, apparently. Said this is the guy that I can make work in our style of defense. And good, excellent. Yeah, Super Dave said it exactly. Sauce defended well, but wouldn't pick it. Couldn't stop the receiver from catching it. Yeah. He's also not a guy, like, you can't put him on an island. You know, he's not Revis. Not even close. He wouldn't shut down one side of the field. The old saying, if a corner could catch, he'd be a receiver. But I mean, like, you have to be able to catch at some point. J.J. McCarthy just throw a terrible pick. Giants winning 10-7. This is going to be bad for Caleb Williams if he loses to the Giants. If you don't catch the ball, you can't get tackled. Well, that's true. Legendary strategy, the smear game. I'm not smearing him. I'm just saying, like, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is with Sauce Gardner. Really brief intermission. We'll be back in a moment. Say hi to Lord Chair. Told you it was going to be brief. Here comes the second half choke by Miami, says Thomas Hartman. You are, you're hoping for that. You're hoping for that. All hail Lord Chair, indeed. Indeed, Marlowe picked. Jefferson tripped himself. Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy. That was crazy. 21-10, New England over Tampa. Insane. There was a little Jordan, I'm sorry, Adam Jones. Aaron Jones, not Adam Jones. Aaron Jones tutty earlier in the day. Interesting stuff. Lord Hair, we worship you. We give you praise. He appreciates it. He appreciates it. So let's see. Baker Mayfield launching the ball deep. Oh, that's off. Incomplete. Incomplete. All right. Who's your favorite player on the Jets right now? Mine is Mason Taylor, says Philip Quinn. I don't know. Like, it's hard when people ask me who my favorite player is because it's like asking who your favorite kid is. To me, like, there are a lot of players. I'm loving Jarvis Brownlee right now. He might be one of my favorite players. Mason Taylor, yeah, I'm loving Mason Taylor. Loving Membu. A bunch of guys that I'm just like, all right, cool. My least favorite player is Justin Fields. I mean, it's easier for me to do that. Team Tanks tie. Look at this. Madison Duncan says, so I'm nowhere near a Jets fan, but listening to the passion from PFD every week, I kind of find myself rooting for him. Yes, I am passionate. I'm crazy. My fandom knows no bounds, but it's been a long time. And it's always easier to be passionate about your team when you see competency. Like, I see a direction, so I'm like, excellent. And then watching the team under Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas, it started to just become frustration. And why don't you do this? And why don't you do that? As opposed to, oh, I like what you did there. I didn't even see that coming. That was excellent. I tell you, I got the Darren Muji. You guys want to see the Darren Muji mural again? It's the Darren Muji oil painting. I commissioned this. This was, I've never done this for a general manager before, ever. But this tells you everything you need to know about how I feel about this man. This is going to be in every Demonverse episode. This is everything. And I can't even talk about what this cost. I mean, but it was a pretty penny. And there it is. Beautiful. There's only one in existence, and I own it. Hi, what's going on?
I saw Lisa at the gym today.
Oh, really? I saw her too.
And she's so grateful that you're there to ask questions.
Oh,
because she says you're her trainer now.
Oh, really?
And that you have the perfect form when doing pull-ups, and you're so nice and helpful.
Oh, look at that.
You're so nice.
Look at that.
Kept going on and on about how helpful you've been.
I have the perfect form doing pull-ups. I like that. Applause to Lisa. Excellent.
So she says she's super grateful that you help her.
I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Same. Very nice.
Everybody's saying PFA.
Oh, hello.
Do you want to tell anybody about what you've been working on, or?
What have I been working on? What have I been working on? I don't know.
Your content.
Oh, I guess because I'm always working on content.
Yeah.
So.
But you're working on the long form stuff. Right?
I'm shifting more focus towards long form stuff. Yes.
Shifting more focus on long form videos.
So my next video, if anyone cares,
I'll put this like this.
If anyone cares, my next video is about the origin of the Grim Reaper.
Ooh, you hear that? The origin of the Grim Reaper. Yes, I'm excited about that. She hasn't showed me anything.
That one's gonna take maybe a few days.
She hasn't showed me anything. It's going to take a few days, but you're going to be getting PFA content and PFD content simultaneously. So, everybody's saying PFA. You got a bunch. Even Nick Jodi said it too.
Oh.
He's in there. Look at that. Natasha Romanoff of the tour says, I love our new kicker. Eddie P has been amazing. Yes, he has been.
Gotta run.
All right, take care. Thank you for stopping by.
Okay.
You make the people happy when you stop by.
Oh, nice.
Well, look at that. PFA comes in to tell me that I'm helping people at the gym, and they appreciate it. I like it. I like it. Too scary, but I'll watch it. Yes. It's going to be frightening. It is going to be frightening. If her long form videos shift to women who snap, sleep with one eye open, yes. She used to watch those things. Like, there was a show called Snapped, and I was like, I'm not down with this. I don't like this. That's a video about Patrick Mahomes, yes. Giants are up 17-7. Oh, boy. Ben Johnson does not look happy. Ravens get inside the 5 and fail to get it done in the end zone. Shocker, says SG. Yeah, Eddie P, by the way, I have him in one of my fantasy leagues, and I'm very happy with the results. You guys went through hell with kickers in recent memory. Follow Dismiss, you got Philip Quinn, the Phantom Zone champion, singling you out. Follow Dismiss is like is one. He's such a celebrity when he comes in here. Everybody knows him. Everybody knows when he's not here, too. There was like a little streak where he was a little busy and he couldn't make it to the streams, and everybody was like, "If you're from Father Dismas, where the hell is he?" They used the word hell. I'm sorry, Father. I was trying to get them to not do that. Okay, so Jets game is coming back on soon. If the Miami Dolphins win today and the Jets lose, I'm going to be, oh my God, I'm going to be so happy tonight. I never thought I would say those words. What the heck is happening with the Dolphins and the Bills? Yeah, the Dolphins always play the Bills pretty hard. And in Miami, I should say. And they're doing that now. It's a hot day in Florida, by the way, and we know Josh Allen does not like hot days, and they probably put him on that sunny sideline, and he doesn't know what to do with himself. Caleb Williams escapes pressure. He's running around like he's on ice skates, and he gets the first down. What a play by Caleb Williams. Aaron Glenn has that look on his face, man. Jets have -5 passing yards. Yes, Justin Fields, help us with that tank, baby. Help us with that tank. Yeah, I have a feeling the Bills' downfall is approaching. Madison Duncan, I've been saying it since week one. The Kansas City Chiefs, and you know, after that last loss, people are like, "Oh, maybe the Chiefs aren't as good." Kansas City Chiefs are going to be the most terrifying team in the playoffs, as per every year. They're going to be the most terrifying team in the playoffs. You look at any team in the AFC, and if they have to face the Chiefs one game in an elimination match, I'm taking the Chiefs. Moody's now on the Bears and seems to be doing well. Yeah, when the Bears score, he does do pretty well when they get into scoring position. It hasn't been like a lot. Well, I guess they do score a lot. Josh Allen's running. He slides at about the 6-yard line. It's raining cats and dogs in Miami, is it? Oh yeah, they're soaking wet. Justin Fields makes any game unserious. That's true. Read option play by the Jets. Fields loses like 3 yards. Did the Ravens force a turnover? It looks like they might have. Ravens knocking on the door. Lamar Jackson. It's about a 5-yard run. And here's Justin Fields working out of the shotgun for the Jets. He gets the ball off. That is batted away. Garrett Wilson's going to be unstartable going forward in fantasy, by the way. Just FYI. Keandre Jackson with the ball, yes. Well, I do have to leave now. I might see you all tomorrow, if not Thursday. Philip Quinn, thank you so much. This will be there tonight, by the way. Thank you so much for stopping by, saying hello, winning the title twice. Really, really appreciate it, man. Really, really appreciate it. And Justin Fields is going to get tackled. Malik Collins on the sack. Garrett Wilson going to intentionally take his numbers to get himself out of New Jersey. No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to get out of New Jersey. He does not want to get out of there. He was untouchable. He knows. He knows the situation. He knows help is coming. He knows the situation. And there's the punt. He sees all those draft picks coming. He knows the quarterback situation is gonna be in the works. Like he is not concerned. Trust me. Trust me. Blue Santa appeared. Oh boy, what happened? I missed the blue sand. Let's see. They're probably going to show us on Red Zone. The Panthers have they have their field goal blocked by the Saints. So I need the Saints to win. Sorry, Philip Quinn, are you still here? I need the Saints to win, need the Dolphins to win, and if the Jets lose, that's excellent. That's excellent. Josh Allen is unserious in the heat. Yes, the Candle Luna is here. Look at him. Starts his day in the chat with an LOL, as per usual. There's no Chiefs downfall as long as the Grim Reaper is there. They're reloading every year. You just got to keep a wide receiver from racing on the highways in the offseason. Yeah, that is a problem. You guys got to get that under control. Yeah, as long as Patrick's there, as long as you have that management, that head coach, you guys are always a problem. Mr. Taz here. So what you mean to say here is the Jets have previously not known how to develop quarterbacks. This is a new day with a new regime and everything is different, so let's forget the past. I just translated what you said there. Blue Santa has returned. Hard to lose to the Browns. Yeah, we're trying, though. It's easy when you have Justin Fields as your quarterback. Makes it a little easier. But I didn't get to see the Blue Santa situation. Still losing 16-0 in Miami. It's Miami's football. I'm sure they're going to show me the play at some point on Red Zone. Isn't that what Red Zone's supposed to do? Wandale Robinson is a grown man. He's getting closer and closer to being a grown man. And Lamar Jackson gets a first down. That is true, Mr. Chaz. It's hard to lose to the Browns. It's even harder to lose to the Jets. But the Jets have a plan. That's the difference. The Jets have a clear plan. Everything's falling into place the way they want to. So have your laughs now. Sooner or later, you're going to be quiet in the chat. Like, we have nothing to say. Dylan Gabriel needs to march this team downfield. Rashad Bateman, pass broken up. Ravens winning 12-10. They need to win that game. Gabriel takes the snap, gives it to Judkins, who cuts inside, and he gets about a gain of 10. I would just keep giving the ball to Judkins if I was Cleveland. I wish the Chiefs could have pulled Breece Hall at the deadline. Third round pick, I don't know why they didn't do that. I'm glad they didn't, now that I think about it. I mean, you know what? I would have been okay giving up a third for Breeze. It would have felt like kind of a lateral move to me, but nothing less than a third. Rashad Bateman, did he get in the end zone? They're going to mark him down at the goal line. But yeah, for the Chiefs, that just seems like a no-brainer. A third for Breece Hall when you give up a third for Kadarius Toney, like what? That would have been that was just ridiculous. Yeah, I think Andrews pitched to Lamar. It seems like a lot of guys get off easy in the NFL when they do things. Mr. Tass says Jets do not have a plan. The Jets haven't had a plan since 1969. That tells me you are not paying attention, Mr. Taz. You are not paying attention. And the Ravens take an 18-10 lead. Quincy Williams with a nice tackle. Dude comes in with a fiver, says, kicks the door, Fut Bumble, Mail Fairy, always remember November 24th, 2023. Also, Die Hard is not a good movie. Hits stunner and walks away. He said all those things, hit me with a stunner, put $5 in my pocket and walked away. Dude is a menace. He's an absolute menace. Oh. And my jaw hurts now from having to say all those terrible things. He's a villain. He's a hero to some and a villain to others. Thank you, dude. And he makes me thank him. That's how smart he is. He comes in and says all those things, but he knows I have to thank him because he gave me a super chat. I have to thank him for saying, I almost said it again. I'm only required to say it the one time. Ravens finally getting the end zone. Jets won that trade. 2 firsts for Sauce. Thank you, Takado. Look at that. Takado knows. Takado knows that this is the exact way you're supposed to tank. He knows. He's a wise man. So it's for some reason it's these Philly fans. They're just like, they're so mad that the Jets are going to be awesome. And I don't understand. It's curious. It's another first down run by Judkins. Just keep giving him the ball. Take time off the clock. Keep giving him the ball. Let him get in the end zone. That's it. I would like to see Mozzie Smith, though, like, stop somebody. Yeah, Sauce dropped a pick today. SG refuses to call him Sauce. He doesn't think he deserves that name. He might be right. The Saints still holding on to that 10-7 lead. Oh, what happened here? Judkins loses a yard. And Natasha Romanoff with a tour says, my Niners and your Jets have a plan. Always, yes. They do. Well, historically, we haven't always had a plan, but it seems like we have a plan now. So, thank you very much, Natasha. Dude comes in and says, wait, am I the bad guy? I may need to reflect. Nah. Listen, dude was bad before being bad was cool. I mean, in some eyes, dude, you know, it's like some villains in comic books. You're more like an anti-hero. Like some people think you're the good guy, but to me, you're villainous sometimes. But you're also the good guy sometimes, too. You play with my emotions. Jimmy England is just straight up a bad guy. Let me in on this plan. Okay, so the Jets' plan is this. They traded 2 players who were probably overrated for an incredible haul. So now over the next 2 years, they have 5 first-round draft picks. 2 in 26, 3 in 27. They have 2 second-round draft picks in 26. So unloading those players, they also freed up a ton of cap space, so they have an incredible amount of cap space to sign who they want, and they have all this draft capital to get players. They could move around in the draft. They could trade picks. They could acquire more capital. They have a lot that they can do. And, oh, Mozzie Smith almost got a sack there. And Gabriel escapes. Well, that was Jawan Briggs. Sorry, Jawan Briggs had him. Another guy that the Darren Muji regime brought in. So they got all these picks, they got all this draft capital, and now they have the ability to mold the team the way they want to. Yes. Draft picks, that is the Jets' plan. Yes, lots of them. It's not half-face anymore. No, it's not. Yes, it is third quarter. It's the 90s Cowboys way to go. There you go. There you go. Just get a quarterback who can complete passes. That's what you need. That's what you need. And the Browns cannot move the football. I mean, that's because the Jets defense is playing well, though. Yeah, PFD is going to look over next year's quarterback draft like a kid looking at a toy catalog. I mean, the next 2 seasons maybe, because I don't know that they have to take a quarterback. If a guy's there that they don't want, let's say they don't get the first pick, and they wanted Mendoza, and they're like, we don't really think any of these other guys have it, or we don't feel comfortable with them. They don't have to take a pick there. They can trade out of that pick, acquire more capital, and address quarterback next year, or maybe they have addressed it in free agency already. Or maybe they traded for a quarterback. People are floating all these crazy ideas out there, but you know, maybe some of them aren't so crazy. There was an idea of, could the Jets trade for Trevor Lawrence? I compare that to them acquiring Vinny Testaverde when Parcells got there. You got a quarterback who you know can play. He's not a bust. Is he like, the best quarterback in the league? No. But he can complete passes. You've seen potential there. And you put him in a situation where, okay, we have all these assets now that we can turn into guys that can help you. Trevor Lawrence can be formidable. So if they did something like that, I'd be happy. Almost another fumbled kick return from Minnesota. Wow. Are they going to be a good free agent quarterbacks after the season? I think the top one is going to be like Marcus Mariota. I don't put, unless Mariota turns into Daniel Jones or something, I don't put much faith in that. Tess Johnson with the touchdown for the Bucs, and they made this a one-score game. So, but let's say the Jets decide they want to punt on quarterback this year and they want to bring in a guy like Mariota to just be there and see what he is. I'd be okay with that. Because, again, you have 3 first-round picks next year, and you have the ability to move around and grab somebody you want if there's somebody you really like in that draft class. Oh, man, this is where Jimmy England, he's got the scotch bottle out sitting right next to him. There's between the Cowboys and the Jets is that Jerry has a clue to what he's doing. Oh, yeah. Jerry has a clue. Feels weird saying those words because I don't think anyone's ever said them before. Build a line, sign a quarterback. That's the thing, Super Dave. They have the line. They have bookend tackles. One's a rookie and one's a 2-year guy. They were both top 10 picks. You have AVT coming back. All these guys are under 25. You could use help at guard, but Tippmann's a good center. So you have basically the line put together. You could use a little more depth at guard or maybe another guard or something, but you essentially have the line. The line's not a problem. Penei Sewell is an early pick from what Detroit did with the strategy. Yes. Who's the Jets GM? I'm glad you asked, Madison Duncan, because I'm going to put the oil painting up right now. This gentleman right here, his name is Darren Muji. I commissioned this. That's the Jets GM. Right? Justin Fields. Oh, man, that was a catch by Mason Taylor. Mason Taylor is a good receiving tight end. That's another thing. So, you have weapons, and you're just going to keep improving this stuff. Garrett Wilson's got a bit of an injury. Grabbing at his knee. Colston Loveland with a catch in the Giants Bears game. And Fields gets the ball to John Mechie, who catches the low pass. All right. Little John Mechie action. I like it. I stand corrected. Find that quarterback. Fields is not the answer. He's a running back, not a quarterback. Yeah, Fields is not the answer. We know that. Glenn's going to punt it away on 4th and 3. Yeah, Glenn's not trying to win this game. He's not going for these crazy 4th downs. Yeah, Adam Thielen looked pretty angry a second ago. It's easier said than done when finding a quarterback. Yeah, but it does help when you have a lot of draft capital and you have a lot of cap space. So it'll make things easier. Again, you don't have to settle for somebody. You have options. So I don't think the Mannings would veto Arch going to the Jets. They wouldn't veto that. Arch coming to the Jets, if the arrow is pointing up, being a New York quarterback like Eli was, there's no way they veto that. But I don't know that we're going to be in a position to draft Arch. I mean, we'll see. I don't know that they. I don't know that they. I want to see how they finish this year. I mean, if they finish with the first overall pick and Muji's he's going to like every Mendoza game, I think they're just going to go Mendoza, which I think would be fine. Did the Sanders veto Shador's trade to New York? Sanders didn't veto anything. He wanted Shador to go in the first round. He was talking about him picking a place, and at some point it was just like, give us any place who wants us. Ashley says, do you think Joey B would put the kibosh if the Jets tried to acquire him due to his no trade clause? I don't know. I think there would. I mean, he would have to consider the offensive line. And the offensive line is a major upgrade over Cincinnati's offensive line. And I think he would have to be given the opportunity to talk to the general manager and the head coach and see what vision they have for him, for keeping him upright, and the dedication they have to winning, if he agrees with it or not. So I don't, I think it's a bit of a loaded question because there are a lot of variables that come into play. I don't think he would just definitely say, no, I'm not doing that. Momentum Technologies, do anyone think the Cardinals are really getting rid of Kyler? I do. Gabriel goes down. Nobody, there's a chance that nobody's going to score in this game again. Quincy Williams having himself a day. Look at that. Look at that. We kept him. Thank you. Hi. Tyler Loop missed from 56, man. I don't know how many times I have to explain this to Jimmy England. Peyton Manning did not veto. He did not go back to school because the Jets were going to take him. Parcells wouldn't guarantee that he was going to be first. I mean, this is well documented. This is well documented. No, Kyler's not coming to the Jets. They're not. Aaron Glenn likes big bodies. Aaron Glenn likes guys who are dedicated to football. And the Buffalo Bills get on the board. Keon Coleman. It is a 16-6 game. So Kyler's not going to be. I would be absolutely shocked if they did that. Oh yes, PFA. Madison Duncan says La Senora PFA. My Spanish is elite, right? Gabriel, 3rd and 17. Yeah, the Mannings will let it happen if they feel it's a good fit. If the O-line's solid, they'll let it happen. That's exactly it. Glenn needs a bigger quarterback. Yeah. He's not. Kyler's not going to be a Jet. I mean, unless it's like a situation. He's not going to be a Jet where they're like, okay, this is our guy going forward. And then they're not going to give up an asset for him either. Unless he's basically free and they're just like, okay, why not? We need a warm body there and there's nobody else. But I think they would go Mariota over him. I mean, they're not going to do that. Njoku can't get a first down, so Cleveland's going to have to punt again. .409 left in the third quarter. Drake May runs into his own guy. And looks like he hurt his own player. Yeah, punts. Oh, To-O is here. To-O, the Demon Lord of punts. Smith gets out to the 41-yard line. Oh, there's To-O. Look at him. Looks kind of like me if I were a dark-looking god. Pretty sure Tomlin won't want Kyler. Yeah, I don't know that Tomlin would want Kyler. I mean, I can't see a scenario where Rodgers doesn't come back next year. The way he's playing, I think Rodgers is going to come back next year. So, you know, we're going to see Pittsburgh tonight. Pittsburgh's not bad. Pittsburgh is likely going to make the playoffs. And I think Rodgers comes back. Oh, Jimmy England. Your takes are just silly. They're silly. 17-10. The Giants over the Bears. We've got 21-16. New England up over Tampa. And Drake May on a 4th and 5. They're going for this. This is interesting. With 1:19 left in the third, May's got time. He gets pressure. He gets the ball off. It's broken up. It's a turnover on downs. Wow. All right. Didn't Ron say he was done after the season? He didn't say anything definitively. He's left it vague as he typically does. Our defense is too flaky to go far, but when they put it together, they look good. And if they can string together games like that, you know, look, the playoffs are, all you need to do is win a few times. If you could string things together in the playoffs, man, you know, stranger things have happened. Like when the Patriots won the Super Bowl with Tom Brady the first time. That was strange. Kyler will probably go play baseball for the A's. You know what? I wouldn't be shocked. I think 162 games is way too long for Kyler to commit to, though. If it was like 162 games of Call of Duty, he might do that, but 162 games, I don't think he's doing that. No, Cowboys aren't taking Kyler. Realistically, who would take Kyler? I mean, we've got Brees Hall gets a couple of yards. I mean, you know, that's curious. Who would take a chance on him? I mean, you wouldn't have to give up a lot to get him. I doubt you would. Trying to think of a team. Miami. Miami could be interesting. If Miami's not in a position to take a quarterback, or again, they don't like the quarterbacks that are coming out, I could see Miami going Kyler. Yeah, Kyler could be a bridge quarterback. Just don't expect him to be somebody who's going to help the young guy. Garrett Wilson's questionable to return, but I could see Miami going with Kyler. I could absolutely see that happening. Or the Raiders. I could see the Raiders doing that. True. If Jacksonville moves on from Trevor Lawrence, I'd be happy with that. Depending on the compensation. You see, I don't think Muji would make a stupid deal. See, that's where I'm at. If Kyler leaves the Cardinals, I don't think he'd play again. I don't know. I think he would. All right, Father Dismas, get back to work. Hope to see you tonight. Some souls need more saving than the Jets. Not many, but some do, yes. And hand off to Brees Hall. He gets about a gain of 5. I am not too upset with the way the Jets have been playing this game, honestly. I mean, I don't expect much from the offense because of the quarterback. So. Kyler is better than Geno Smith. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think I could see the Raiders doing that. I could see the Raiders and the Dolphins doing that. And a couple Dolphins fans I talked to seemed like they would be pretty happy about that. So we'll see. 2nd and 6. Hall gets about a gain of 3. Got a 4th and about 2 coming up. Oh, 3rd and about 2, sorry. That's too much money for Kyler to not at least be a backup. Yeah. Yeah, he'll start somewhere. Even if it's a situation where a rookie quarterback comes in and they just want Kyler to, be a warm body there under center until the rookie's ready. Brees Hall gets the first down. And we are going into the 4th quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Fourth quarter, here we go. Pete Carroll has a plan in Vegas. I like where they are going, and I don't see them going with Kyler. I honestly think the most realistic spot is probably Miami. Tua threw a pick. Oh boy, they could use Kyler right now. Actually, there's a flag in that game. That's on the Bills. Personal foul. Giants still winning 17-10. Jackson Dart rolls out, gets the ball off. That is caught by Bellinger, and that's a yard shy of the first down. Oh, man. And Bryce Young threw a pick, too, in the Saints game. Terrible pick. Oof. Oof. Dart got hurt? Oh, man. So Russ is in. Ah, damn it. Oof. Russ throws this to Singletary, who breaks a tackle and gets the first down and more. And Singletary is still up. Singletary takes us down to about the 27. Hell of a run by Devin Singletary. I feel like the most dysfunctional teams will go after Kyler. Yeah. Was it a bad injury for Dart? Did not see it. Singletary with a hell of a run after the catch. And Tampa has a 3rd and 12. Where Jackson Dart is leaving the field. Oof, he's walking, but he's leaving the field. Third and 12. Tampa gets about a gain of 10. Go Bucko Bruce. I'm on pins and needles watching the Bucks game right now, says Momentum Technologies. So Kyler to the Jets then. Funny, Madison. Funny. I thought we were friends. I guess we're not. They've been dysfunctional. They're no longer dysfunctional. They've got all the dysfunction out of their system. Little misdirection. John Mechie with the football. They lose some yardage on that. Devin Singletary running hard for the G-men. Takes it down to about the 6. And a flag on Tampa. Unfortunate. And Singletary got taken down at the 1. Fields gets the ball off. That's to Breece Hall. He's across the 30. He's got a first down, the 20, the 10, and Breece Hall's in the end zone. Look at that. 42 yards. That's why you don't give up Breece Hall for a 4th-round pick, ladies and gentlemen. That is why you don't do that. Perfect play call. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful blocking. This was a nice play. Jets going up 24-17 after the extra point. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right. Breece Hall gets in the end zone. What a screen pass, yes. You know what type of gas Russell Wilson gets at the gas station? Unlimited. Ravens have entered the 4th quarter. What a play by Breece Hall. What a play by the Jets. Excellent. Jets very much on their way. If the defense shuts down the offense the rest of the game, I'm fine with that. Pay him all the money. Yeah, they're going to pay him. They're going to pay him. There's no question. He's going to be a member of this team next year. There's no question. There is no question. So, I am perfectly fine with that. There's a flag in the Giants game. 10-19 left in that game. All right, well, the Jets are up 24-17. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Crazy stuff. We are getting closer to the witching hour, though, where wins turn to losses. Giants up 20-10 now. So the most Jets thing to do, win, but all but their last 2 games, get a mid-first round pick as their highest pick next year. Listen, they have draft capital to do whatever they want. So we've seen, when was Lamar Jackson picked, by the way? Where was he? And where was Jackson Dart picked, by the way? Just because you get a later draft pick does not mean you are missing out on a franchise quarterback. Blue Santa has come back? Oh, Takeda. That's the only thing that'll just keep pushing Miami behind us. I don't want Miami picking ahead of us. That's the one thing. Finally, the Jets score. I feel good. Yep. Jets are going to chalk, says Jimmy England. They're going to chalk what? What does that mean? Blue Santa fumble. Oof. Miami gets the ball. I just saw it. Yeah. 7-10. Dolphins up 16-6. Crazy. Crazy. Jets are beating up the Brownies. About to see some cleats come apart between now and next week. Blue Santa, says SG. Yeah, Blue Santa has returned. We got the Jets chant in the crowd. Crowd is pretty lively for not a lot of people being there. And the Browns will take over at the 35. Philip Quinn says, I misclicked. Sorry about removing that. Oh, did you remove a... you deleted Momentum Technologies by accident. That was an accidental swing of the blade by Philip Quinn, Momentum. Do not hold it against them. It happens sometimes. We have sharp blades. These guys are very, very vigilant. Vigilant. SG struck down Amy last year, if you remember. He actually phantom zoned her. It would be the most Jets thing to do to go 9-8. Look, whatever happens, happens. I have faith that Darren Muji is going to do the right thing no matter where we are. No matter where we are. I'm not stressing. If we have a high pick, I'm like, cool, there are options. If we have a lower pick, I'm like, cool, they're gonna pick somebody who's gonna help the team. Not worried about it at all. JJ is a bum, says the Cato. What's going on with JJ? They're losing that game now, right? Yeah, I do not like JJ McCarthy. I don't think he's the answer there. They should have kept Sam Darnold, man. Oof, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Everybody who's a Packers fan right now is so happy Sam Darnold's not in that division. Momentum says JJ's like that young horse that runs around the pen bouncing off stuff, just too young, and just too young in the tooth at the moment. Oh, you mean he's like, yeah, it's a little too young. Well, it happens. He's in the right spot. I mean, if he can't work with Kevin O'Connell, he's not going to make it work anywhere. Lamar Jackson takes this down to the 2. Little jet sweep with Malachi Corley for the Browns, and Malachi Corley takes him into Jet territory. And he's doing this thing as he's walking off the field. Like, you're eating, Malachi Corley? Really? How many touchdowns do you have today? Stop. Just stop. You have a couple plays for some yardage. Good. That's what you're supposed to do as a football player, by the way. All right, Lamar Jackson throws to the end zone. That is caught. I believe that's Mark Andrews. That is Mark Andrews with the touchdown. And the Ravens go ahead. I think they're putting the I think they just drove the nail into the coffin. We'll see. That's what it looks like to me. I don't have faith in JJ McCarthy to score 2 touchdowns plus. Judkins gets close to another first down. Mark Andrews with the tutty. It's very nice. Giants looking to wrap this up. 9 minutes left in the Giants-Bears game. 10:58 left in the Jets-Browns game. Handoff to Judkins. And he gets stopped. I'll tell you, the Jets aren't giving up big runs the way they did. And I got to believe it's because they put the big bodies in the middle now. Crazy. HN with the touchdown. So, let's see. Wait a minute. Oh, my God. That was like a 60-yard touchdown. Wow. What is going on with the Buffalo Bills? Oh, my God. You see, Miami fans want to lose, but I'm sure they want to win this game, and I could feel it. Another sack by Will McDonald, ladies and gentlemen. Is that number 4? We're finally sacking quarterbacks. Are you kidding me? Wow. As Achan puts the Dolphins up 22-6, and they nailed the coffin shut against the Bills. That's it. That game's over. Will McDonald has been having himself a day. Yeah, that's right. Momentum. That's the way I feel. They're sitting pretty right now. I'm not worried about loss. I'm not worried about winning. I'm not worried about losing. I have Tankathon up there because I know, we're not. If we lose, we lose. Whatever. But if we lose, I want to evaluate these guys. Look at this. Breece Hall, again, working for that extension. Takes it down to the 30. Wow, this is exactly what I want to see. If we're going to win, just Just beat up on them. They have to extend Brees. Well, they're going to extend Brees Hall. I know they're going to extend Brees Hall. Not worried about that at all. The Bears seem to be bearing, says your Phantom Lord champion, Sean Cantrell. And Brees gets tackled for a loss of 1. There's a flag. Got to finish this game, SJ. I think you're good. I think you're good. I don't know. Like JJ McCarthy, man, doesn't exactly strike fear into me. He doesn't seem like a quarterback that's going to put together a couple of touchdown drives and shut you guys down. Baker has got a 4th and 8 coming up. Are they going to, I think they're going to punt. Yeah, they're coming off the field. Offense is coming off the field. 1st and 5, that was an offsides on Cleveland. 1st and 5, they give the ball to Justin Fields. He takes it himself. He's got a 1st down. All right. Bragging about possibly beating the Browns. Oh, look at this. SG says stop. I'm telling you, man, you got that game wrapped up. Don't worry about it. Instead of miming the cereal bowl eating, someone needs to do the time card mime. I'm bragging. Am I bragging or am I happy that the team is doing exactly what they should be doing? Saints, is that another pick by oh no, it was a catch by Olave. Okay. Well, let's see. Brees Hall fell. 2nd and 11 coming up. Yeah. Ashley with a 5 says sack, Brees Hall, so many good things to talk about. Yes. Finally, good things to talk about. Jets Nation. This is going to be special going forward. I think you guys are going to like what you see going forward on this channel, talking about the Jets. It's nice to be able to talk about something and not just say, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. This is just, it's so bad. We need to fire people. We need to do, no, we're not getting that anymore. Not getting that anymore. Thank you so much, Ashley. Ashley is your number 2 contender, by the way. We're going to get her name up once I fix this. Okay. 3rd and long situation for the Jets. Again, like, you know, this is the Justin Field Jets. So I'm just like, whatever. There we go, Ashley. There's your name. Isaiah Davis. And, you know, here's the other thing about keeping Brees Hall for a, if you were going to give up a 3rd rounder, cool. Then you could draft another running back in the 3rd round. That's probably what they were going to plan on doing. Or sign somebody in free agency. But their running back situation is pretty deep. So now that's something that you don't need going forward because you have Isaiah Davis. I mean, they're 3 deep at running back. And Nick Folk puts this through to make it a 10-point game. 6:13 left. I think this game's pretty much over. We'll see, but I think it's pretty much over. Who doesn't beat the Browns? Did the Cowboys beat the Browns? I don't know. Very happy. The Giants are winning. Oh, and the Patriots are about to close the door on the Tampa Bay Bucks, I believe. Mac Hollins with a big play. Nice pass by Drake May to Mac Hollins. Oof. Gets them at about the 6-yard line. Want to know what's going on with Jackson Dart? Because stupid Russell Wilson's still on the field. So next gen stats say the Patriots have a 91% win probability. That means nothing. That means nothing. This is different. Not having PFD pulling out his beard. Yeah, my beard gets to grow fully now. That's going to be something. It's going to look epic. Drake May is goated, says Amy. Hey, Drake May looks really good. Drake May looks really good. You don't think you played them this year, Jimmy D? Jimmy D. Jimmy England. Jackson Dart is injured, Amy, unfortunately, yes. So 27-17. Very interesting. Very interesting. What do we got? Let me see. Tonight we've got, oh yeah, we got Steelers, Chargers. You know what? I think, I'm not going to reveal who I'm picking to win that game. Let's see. I'm not going to reveal who I have winning that game, but it might surprise you. Might surprise you. I like Drake May so much more than Tom Brady, says Ashley. Oh, I thought Amy was saying that. I was like, wait a minute. The guy won like 6 Super Bowls with you guys. Drake May gets nailed out of bounds. Hopefully he has a flag. Did they flag him for that? No, I mean, he was still in bounds. It's fair game. Well, if he led with the helmet, though, which he did. Yeah, he led with the helmet. Oof. That was garbage. Do not lead with the helmet. Do not hurt any more quarterbacks. And there is the punt. Oh, the kickoff. Sorry, not the punt. I'm so used to punting. I see the Jets kicking the ball. I just assume it's a punt. Josh Allen fumbles in Dolphins territory, and it leads to a Devon Achane 59-yard touchdown. Wow. Crazy. Crazy stuff. Stupid Josh Allen. Blue Santa makes an appearance. Crazy. And that just helps the Patriots, obviously. Oh, what a sack. And that is Jermaine Johnson now. This is why I was saying you keep these guys. 6 sacks for the Jets. You get Quinnen Williams off the line, they sack the quarterback 6 times. What about that? Oh, good Lord. This is that defensive line we were hoping we would see. All right, that could be a first down run for Gabriel. 6 sacks for the Jets. Are you kidding me? Wow. Insane. Back-to-back wins? What? Back-to-back wins on the heels of that crazy tradeness? Well, you know, there's a win, all the crazy trades, and then another win? Oh, this is like Christmas. This is like Christmas Day and Christmas Eve combined. If they combine Christmas Eve and Christmas Day into one day, this is what it will be. It would be just like this. Draft day is going to be fun. Free agency is going to be fun. We're going to be here for all of it. Live streams, everything. This is where it all begins. And Dylan Gabriel's going to run. He gets a first down and more. Good for him. There's a flag that's probably coming back. I don't want to hear they're the Cleveland Browns. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because everybody was talking about the Jets going 0-17. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, they're going to beat the Browns. It's supposed to beat the Browns. If you are a bad team and you're dominating a bad team, that means you're probably not so much of a bad team. But after giving up 2 of our premier players, or who are our premier players, to do this, that's impressive. Pretty impressive. So that was a penalty there. That wasn't cool. That was not cool. And pass caught by Dylan Sampson. Melissa Klein with a 17 spot says, we're an absolute embarrassment. I'm going to make chili. If you're part of the Demonverse, you know what that means. You have to get your whole head in it, Melissa. Or else it's got to be piping hot. Thank you for the 17. Your number 1 contender, who's a Browns fan, comes in and donates a generous $17 on the heels of what should be a Browns loss. And very, very... You know what? Let's have some fun today, too. I am going to put something... Hold on. Yeah, all right. I'm going to save that there. I'm going to get Melissa's name up. I'm going to have to do some math here. 756 you're up to. Okay. We're going to get your... So if the Jets lost this game right now, at this point, I wouldn't even care. Honestly. I'd be like, okay. I mean, I'm not going to be eating chili for a while, I think. Or sticking my head in chili. I'll be eating chili, but just not sticking my face in it. My face is going to heal completely. Melissa Klein, your number 1 contender with that $17. 756 she's up to. And again, the contenders will be recognized in every video going forward. Every single video. Chili, yeah. Face chili. The Jets are winning. The Bills are losing. It's a good day for you. Speaking of the Bills, let's see something. Let's see something. Oh, hold on. Wait, we have a visit from somebody. A visitor's coming to see us. Look at this. A Blue Santa. There he is. Oh, he made an appearance today. He's looking buff. He's been hitting the gym. Look at that. Excellent. Hey, Blue Santa. Good to see you. Oh, take care. All right. Blue Santa, ladies and gentlemen. Made an appearance. Always nice to see him. Isn't Myles Garrett getting 5 sacks today? No, that is Will McDonald, by the way. He got 4 sacks, I believe. Dylan Gabriel back to pass, throws over the middle, and that is caught by Cedric Tillman. I love Cedric Tillman. Short of the first down. Tony Adams on the tackle. Even Tony Adams is making tackles now. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Ashley looks very happy to see Blue Santa. Yeah, he looks happy. He looks happy despite the awfulness that occurred today for him. He's always happy to make an appearance. We're always happy to see him. All right, so Andre Schmidt, whose name is spelled epically, he puts that through, so we got a 27-20 game. 2:57 left. Jets have all 3 timeouts. Browns have all 3 timeouts. Let me update the score. Now, if the Browns had a quarterback like, say, Joe Flacco, I would think maybe they can pull this off. I'm not sure they do, though. Not sure they can. Belt for the Jets. Wow, what a weird turn, Madison Duncan saying. Not yet. Not yet. Blue Sadness. Blue Santa's the man. I don't know. Let's see him again. He makes me happy. Makes me happy to see Blue Santa. There he is. Look at him. Look at that look on his face. Isn't that epic? Oh, jacked. He's got the belt on and everything. Holding a weird AI-generated helmet under his arm that makes no sense. That's Blue Santa in a nutshell. Baker's trying very hard to make it happen. Yeah, he is. I'm not putting the Jets belt up yet. Not yet. 2:57 left. Wongu takes this to the 31. Caleb Williams gets the ball down to the 1. 4:01 left in that game. Miami up 23-13, 3:36 left in that. I mean, that game's not over, by the way. The Miami game. Rome Dunze, sorry, he gets in the end zone. Tampa is driving. Aren't they down by 2 scores? What's the score of that game? I don't have it up here. Let's go. Jets up 27-20. Let's see what this Justin Fields-led offense can do. I would like to see more Isaiah Davis at this point than Breece Hall. I don't see the point in having Breece Hall out there. But Breece Hall, my God, look at that. 12-yard gain. That's a first down. Breece Hall with a heads-up play, staying in bounds as the clock continues to tick. Heads-up play, just sliding. Beautiful. Blue Santa holding that helmet like he's about to start swinging it Garrett style. That's what it looks like, right? You do not want to mess with Blue Santa. He's jacked. And the Chicago Bears, 2017, it's going to be after the Jake Moody field goal. Or, I'm sorry, extra point, rather. 20-17. All right, can the Giants hold out with Russ out there? Aaron Glenn's taking a timeout. 2:06 for the 2-minute warning. And Garrett Wilson's out for the rest of the day. That makes sense. You don't want to keep rolling him out there if he's a little banged up. Do not want to keep doing that. 21-16 Pats. All right. Let's go, Tampa. Super Dave saying, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I hope the 49ers win this afternoon. Well, with the great Mac Jones, I'm sure Ashley's going to work up something beautiful for us to open the evening with. No pressure. What the F are these scores, says dude. Yeah, crazy. Breece Hall cuts back. He gets positive yardage and slides again because he knows what he's doing. Breece Hall is a fully grown man, in case you don't know. Fully grown. He's not grown anymore. I mean, he might actually grow more because he's capable of it. Oh, we got Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi playing. These guys don't miss. All right, PFA would get that quote. You guys wouldn't get it. That's an inside joke. Anyway. I thought Colston Loveland was scoring a touchdown for a second, but that was a highlight from the Chicago-Cincinnati game. Sorry to bring that up, Ashley. Baker Mayfield gets sacked on 4th and 3. No, wait, he got the ball off, but no, it's still a loss of yardage. And that's it for Tampa. The New England Patriots are a force. They are serious. They are serious. Jackson Dart needs to borrow Romeo Dobbs' helmet and get back out there. Did he get it? Was it a concussion? Was that what it was? It benefits Seattle if the Rams lose, says Super Dave. All right. I'll tell you, Super Dave, Seattle, man, that's one team that I'm pulling for Seattle a bit. It's good to see Sam Darnold doing well. I love Jackson Smith and Jigba. I love their coach. SG misses their coach, by the way. But, you know, as long as it doesn't hurt the Jets, whatever. People can say what they want about Sam Darnold. We know the story. He needed Kevin O'Connell. Did Devon Achane just score another touchdown? Oh, my God, he did. And the Bills are cooked. That's it. 29-13. Mike McDaniel looking to save his job. Can he? I don't know. Can he? He might be able to. He might be able to. And then you bring in Kyler Murray to that situation. I mean, it's an upgrade over Tua. I feel like Kyler Murray would fit his offensive style more. Interesting. Very interesting for Miami. I'm so glad they're doing this to Buffalo. I know every Miami fan out there has got to be glad they're doing this to Buffalo. I mean, like, I know they want to lose, they want draft position, but man, to do this to the Buffalo Bills has got to feel good. They surprised everyone preseason. There were no expectations for Seattle. If you look at my predictions, by the way, I would say that's not accurate. I believe I chose Seattle to win the division, if I remember correctly, or be in the playoffs, at least. But definitely in the playoffs. I think I had them winning the division, but I might be wrong about that. Ghost of Don Shula is happening down in Miami. Bubba, your Patriots look like a force to be reckoned with, by the way. They look incredible. And the Bears are celebrating something. Patriots, Trevion Henderson with another touchdown. Oof, yeah, they just iced that game. Oh, poor Baker. 2nd and 7. Oh, Breece Hall gets met in the backfield, but they can't take him down, and he just slides. That was a terrible sequence. Cleveland just busted through the line. What the hell happened there? Wow. That could have caused a fumble. Could have caused the fumble. And you picked the Colts. That got my respect when you called that amazing. Look at Madison Duncan. The Colts felt like a that felt pretty obvious to me. I don't know. Also picked the Ravens to win 15 games though, so let's call a spade a spade. Justin Fields slides, losing yardage. They're trying to take time off the clock. There's a flag. Did the Panthers lose to the Saints? Denzel Ward is hobbled, holding on the defense. Automatic first down for the Jets. Stefanski's defense makes a brutal mistake. 69-yard run by Henders, says Sean Cantrell. Indiana Jones was not obvious. Well, considering what their quarterback situation was and how well they did with that roster and the way Jones played well for the Giants when he had some protection, I thought he could at least win 10 or 11 games with them. So to me, it felt obvious, but yeah, he's still Daniel Jones. I mean, I don't feel confident. I got to stop what I'm saying and get to this. Hold on. Yes, Wrathful Soda. Oh, yes, I concur. Yes. Well, not the Go Fins part, but yeah, Go Fins for today. But yes, let's all celebrate the Bills looking terrible and the Dolphins winning. I'm happy to celebrate that. How much longer is the Jets game? Minute 46. 2 timeouts left for the Cleveland Browns. Oh, he just took a second timeout. I would love to get Breece Hall out of the game right now, though. I don't like having him in the game right now. But, Colts Jonathan Taylor is MVP. I do not care. They're going to give him Offensive Player of the Year. The MVP is going to go to maybe Drake May. Who knows? It's going to go to a quarterback. Jalen Naylor with a touchdown. 27-19 with 3:23 left. SJ, I am so sorry. I always do this to you. I'm so sorry. I don't think you have anything to worry about. You've heard me say that before, and it's never ended well. So I should just keep my mouth shut. Breece Hall goes up the middle for a gain of a few. We're going to have 3rd and about 3 coming up. Super Dave says, I'm 1 play behind you on the Jets game. What games are you streaming for the afternoon? I'm not streaming the afternoon. I will stream tonight. I'm streaming tonight and tomorrow night. So I'm doing the Steelers-Chargers game tonight. Let me get the winner's belt. All queued up here. All right. SG, I'm sorry. I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens. Like, how I have so much power over the Ravens. I wish I didn't. I gotta be honest. I wish I didn't. I need to be more careful, though. And I apologize to you. But I think you're going to win. And I'm going to stop saying that because it's doing nobody any good. 4th and 4, the Jets are going to punt this away. Brief intermission while the Jets punt. And I'll be right back. Wait a minute. Are the Jets in victory formation soon? I take an intermission and the Jets are in victory formation. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, now it's officially time. Now it is officially time. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you your New York Jets title. How beautiful is that? Let me polish it a little bit. Hold on. Look at that. Oh, it's nice. Wait, let me get the, there we go. Let's make sure it looks nice. Let's keep that. I'll polish on the side here a little bit. There we go. Beautiful, right? Oof. Love it. Love it. I guess there was a penalty on Cleveland. I took a quick intermission. I came back, and the Jets are in victory formation. That's excellent. That is excellent. I will hang out here with you guys. Hold on. I will hang out here with you guys until the end of these early games, and then I will take a break and see you tonight. Jets win. I'm just going to put victory up there. Victory. Yes. Yes. Browns with the neutral zone infraction on the punt formation to give them the first in the win, says Super Dave. That is a mighty fine looking belt. Yes. And did Caleb Williams get in the end zone? Hold on. Caleb Williams just scores a touchdown. And I think the Bears have the lead. Wow. The Bears take the lead over the Giants. We could see another Giants collapse, and this could be the end of Brian Dable. This could be the end of Brian Dable. Wow. Unbelievable. Caleb Williams. Wow. Insane. The last two possessions for Caleb Williams. Beautiful. Tua beats Josh Allen. We got another shot of Tua consoling Josh Allen. I never get sick of that. I never get sick of that. I mean, who would lose to the Browns goes to cry in the corner. Yes, true. Packers know what that's like. Let's see what's going on in this Ravens game, SG. Let's take a look at the Ravens game. (27-19) in the Ravens game. 3 minutes. I think the Ravens are about to put this away. Trevor Lawrence almost throws an interception as I'm sitting here talking about the possibility of him being a Jet. Achane with 52 points. Good God. And the Bucks, 28-23, they're going to try to onside kick this. Derrick Henry, by the way, gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage. And here is the onside kick for Tampa. And the Patriots get it. Oh, man. He got nailed. Oof. That was Stephon Diggs that got nailed. He's up. He's good. All right. And here is Lamar. He gives the ball to Zay Flowers. He drops it. But he got a few yards on that. 2:15 left. They're going to let this tick down to the 2-minute warning. Still a ways to go, but the Jets fell from the number 2 pick to the number 5 pick with that win. Whatever. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. I mean, seeing the defense get sacks, seeing Breece Hall play the way he played, seeing John Mechie get involved, seeing Mozzie Smith out there, fine. The offensive line playing the way they did, whatever. The picks are the picks. If they really, I'll tell you what, Tennessee could have the first overall pick. If the Jets really want that pick, they have the draft capital to beat any offer for that pick, honestly. So, you know, if they really feel like that is the guy, they can do it. A win for the morale of the fan base and the team. These young guys on the team. You know what I mean? Aaron Glenn is looking competent. That's another thing I want to see. I don't want to see him looking lost out there. They're playing hard for him. Now it's becoming reminiscent of what the Lions did, right? When the Lions had Jared Goff, people were like, oh my God, Jared Goff, like, look at them now. Well, let's see. Let's see how it is going forward. I'm happy for the win. I'm happy for the win. Happy where we are right now. So you will not get a frown out of me. And again, like, a higher pick guarantees you nothing, honestly. Guarantees you nothing. Again, look where Lamar Jackson was drafted. Look where Jackson Dart was drafted. These were later picks. There could be quarterbacks out there and later picks. If you put them in good situations and you develop them, they can become your franchise quarterbacks. And again, you know, Jets could theoretically make a move for a quarterback. So I'm not worried about it. We get the Patriots on Thursday. Soldier wants Russell Wilson to get a game-winning drive. Let's see. 46 seconds left. Got to get in the end zone. Oh, man, that is off the hands of Wan'Dale Robinson. I called him an almost grown man before. He just shrunk a little bit. Man. Yeah, Russell Wilson's in. Jackson Dart got hurt. I think the people said it was a concussion. I don't know what the situation was. But he has been out for some time now. Hi. Maybe like another 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
All right.
The Jets won. Do you want to see the Jets title? It's on screen.
Title?
Yeah. All right.
You created that?
Yeah. I have titles for every
team. The Jets suck, so they're not getting any sort of real
You think that was a
title?
real title that they walk around? I have titles for every team, even your stupid Buffalo Bills.
They're not stupid, they're fast.
They're fast. Even you're fast. You're very fast, Buffalo Bills. Deflected pass, SG. 1:55 left, but the Vikings have no timeout, so there's no way they're winning this game. Madison Duncan says PFA. So does Flowers. Andrew Van Ginkel bats the ball away from Lamar. Russell Wilson gets hit. J.J. McCarthy getting an opportunity. Let's see. Let's see. Sean says, I'm still not sold on Caleb. The Giants' fourth quarter defense has been absolutely atrocious. I can't imagine, if they lose this game, I can't imagine there aren't going to be firings. Now, at this point now, it's like, I can't. I don't think Mara's going to be okay with this. I don't think he's going to be okay with this. So either the defensive coordinator is getting fired, or the head coach and the defensive coordinator. Don't insult PFA's Buffalo Bills, says Jimmy. But Blue Santa visited us today. We got a nice visit from Blue Santa. Just run the ball and take 40 seconds off the clock, man. SG, what is going on? What is going on? It's first down, Minnesota. Caleb Williams has, I mean, he's got the talent, man. If Ben Johnson is good at developing quarterbacks, you can have something special there, Sean. We'll see. We'll see. Jags might be in trouble. Yeah, I see the Texans driving downfield, right? Davis Mills led Texans. Little tall, pass was a little too tall for Jefferson. So the Bears beat the Giants. There's going to be firings. There's going to be firings. Wait till Thursday. The celebration will be over. No. Yeah, JSN and Darnold are a deadly combo. Now you got Rashid Shaheed. Ooh, Eric Arroyo, I love at tight end. That's a guy you can move around. I mean, the arrow is pointing up for the Seattle Seahawks for sure. For certain. I don't think Sam Darnold's going to turn back into a pumpkin. I think Sam Darnold's going to be good going forward. McCarthy is going to run. Oh my God, he's got room to run. He's across the 30, takes it down to the 35. 1:27 left. They have no timeouts. J.J. McCarthy working out of the shotgun now. 1:14 left. He's back to pass. Steps into this, throws it. Hawkinson, it's about a 3-yard gain. He gets tackled. 1:06 left. You got to hurry up. SG, hide your eyes. I'll tell you what happens. McCarthy having a pretty good day. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He's probably going to throw another pick, though. All right, he's got to rush these throws. That was a bad pass. I'm telling you, I feel pretty confident that you're safe here. 3rd and 6 coming up. Feel pretty confident that the Ravens are safe here. They have to get 8 points, too, so. 43-yard touchdown pass from Darnold to JSN. Man. Good God. Oh, I just saw it. Yeah, oh, Lord. Perfect ball placement, too, by the way. And look at this concentration by JSN. Oof. This dude is elite. That ball placement was just perfect. Darnold, my God. Hurts my heart. It hurts my heart. We had him. He was one of us. We could have had JSN too, but Will McDonald had 4 sacks today, so that's fine. I think he had 3. I mean, he was back there on 4 times. I don't know what the official numbers were on that, but in my mind, he had 4 sacks. 47 seconds left, rather, in the Ravens game. Once this Ravens game's wrapped up, I will take my brief break and come back to see you guys for the night game. JJ is going to run again. Spins. He gets down to the 40. Got 38 seconds left. JJ, you're going to have to run. You have to throw the ball at some point. JSN is inevitable. He's insane. He's insane. That combo is... That's one of the elite combos in the league right now. I can't believe it. See you later, Melissa Klein. Thank you so much. #1 contender. Humble in defeat, as always. Baltimore's taking a timeout. Why is Baltimore taking a timeout? Does that make sense for Baltimore to take a timeout? I don't understand. Was the clock... Oh, the clock was the clock dead anyway, or what? I don't know. I wasn't watching, so. Story of today, what is a QB spy? Seems like a lot of defensive coordinators might not know. I don't know, Jim. Fourth down. And McCarthy back to pass. He's holding on to the ball for too long. Oh, he's got time. He's pointing downfield, but does he have the arm to do that? I don't think so. Terrible pass. And the Ravens are going to win this game. SGA told you. I told you. Congratulations. Williams and Johnson each had 1. McDonald had 4, so 6 sacks. Yeah, so McDonald had 4. Excellent. Excellent. Congratulations to the Ravens. Thank you to everybody who donated. Philip Quinn was the stream's high offering of $400. That's still going to be up tonight, but I will reset it for that stream's high offering. So there'll be 2 up there tonight. But yes, thank you so much to everybody who donated. Thank you so much to everybody who hung out. For Will McDonald and Brees Hall and all the Jets, John Mechie, A.D. Mitchell, everybody. And definitely Darren Muji, who you guys saw the oil painting. For Lucas Astro, PFA, and Lorraine, I am Rich Jodice, the Pro Football Demon. And I will see you guys later this evening for the primetime game. Talk to you soon.